Good morning. It is another wonderful day. A Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a bit confused on all these areas on where I am. Like, what day is it? Where am I? Who am I? What is this world? Who are thou? That's all I'm confused about. But it'll be fine. It'll be completely fine. You know? It's completely fine. Everything's cool and all that jazz. I'm barely awake. That's all I'm gonna say. Quickly do that. Swap out of my Gaki. Maybe I'll just stay as this little guy. No, actually, no. Fuck it. Because today is going to be a bit different. There we go. Pop that open as well. Grab this, grab the camera. Bonk! And fuck off. Immediately fix the smoothing. Life is good. Sit the fish down. Find this. Did it find you? Yeah, it did. Great. Now let's jump off this balcony. Actually, no. Actually, yes. Whee! And I have actually something else that I'm gonna do real quick. Because currently, this is just me hanging around. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I told you, it's gonna be a bit different today. Since we don't need to do the travel agency stuff, so I don't need to be in Kazuya. I can just hang around as, well, Gale. This means I get to make my coffee and everything. Hell yeah. Shushi's gonna be a bit late, so we're not gonna start the yaps yet. We'll start in a bit. But for now, coffee time. Do I want to use powder? Nah, fuck. Give me that. That's a cup. That's the thing I needed. Yeah. It's a bit of a... It's gonna be a different tough day. Fucking spin! Oh, hell yeah. Give me that shit. Yeah! Is this the one I filled? It is. I'm good at making coffee, alright? Shush. I should play some of those Fierce to Fathom games, to be honest. I think it might be a bit funnier that way. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're making coffee. Coffee is good. I shall stare at it. And then when I press that, you guys go back there, and then I can just go... Hello there. I love coffee. To a point. Even though I don't really drink coffee that much IRL. Mostly whenever I drink coffee, it's... Bleh. It's something completely else. I think my thing is done. Good. Put you back there. Come here, coffee cup. I need you. It's gonna take a tiny bit for you to arrive because they're waiting for a package, but that'll be fine. Damn, I'm good. Which is all right. I don't quite really mind that. Sometimes it takes them a while, sometimes it doesn't. That's just how it is. Okay, so it is, whenever it says audio from camera, it basically stops my camera control completely, which is kind of weird. To a point. Semi-weird. Grab a look at that as well and head upstairs. Wet. Through the back. Why am I going upstairs? Ah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm going upstairs. I want to go upstairs. I'm gonna bring the sugar as well. It's nice. Where am I gonna put these? Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna carefully, precariously balance them on top of... Dead. That was good. Hold up. Life is very good. Yoink. And a yoink. And then we go through the inside this time, not the outside, because, well, every time we go for the outside, we have to jump that goddamn thing. To a point. Colliders are great. Hold on. Yoink. I need the tweezer. And a spoon! Aha! Got it. And back up we go one more time. I am the greatest when it comes to running into things. It's good. It's a very good day. Okay, Sushi, here's your fucking spoon and here's your fucking tweezers. Life is good. But yeah, basically, it's not gonna have the world now. Get rid of the behavior setting. Dink. That's good. Life is good now. Life is very nice. But if I would have to show you guys where the fuck we are, we're at a nice little cafe place now. It's kind of cool. Let me... Hello, bird. Hold up, there's little birdies here. I forgot to show this. Come here. Look. Let's stare at a little birdie for a while. Hello, birdie. What you doing? What you doing, bird? Ah. That's some extra dimensional birds, man. Kinda cool. I like these little birds. See? Hey. Oh. Where'd you go, buddy? Hello there, little one. Let me touch you. Let me. There's no bird stream. Why do it look so ominous in this lighting? This lighting is not doing me any favors. Brilliant. Oh, hey, there's a big bird. What if I just... Let's go put you guys, like, right there. Dink! Ah! Get out of the flowers. Yoink. Oh, now you're getting at least the little birdies running around as well. Which is nice. It's, like, extra nice. It is such a nice morning. I'm feeling a slight bit weird. I have a slight headache, which is normal for me. Happens every now and then. It's sometimes very annoying, especially when you're trying to like do things and then things just turn out that it doesn't want to work properly. Like last Tuesday. Hello, it's a bird. Where are you? I saw a bird. Hi. How's it going, little one? I like them. I like watching birds in VRC. Whoa, my body's going crazy again. Hell yeah! I love when that happens as well. That is called drift. Have I actually... I've drifted somewhat, but it's fine. It depends on which angle you're at and how you've, like, calibrated yourself firsthand. So if you calibrate yourself forward and then turn to the sides, your body will start, you know, turning weirdly. It doesn't really want to handle itself correctly. So if I were to go fix, give me a sec. Just a second. Let me actually go to the most default thing that I can do, which is calibrate. Cool. And then do this again. Boop. There we go. Now, I'm in the most normal state that I can be, basically, after calibration. Also, give me the big bird. I found this. What the fuck? Squeaky bird. That's kind of funny. I didn't think we would have a squeaky bird here, but we do. I'm gonna put the squeaky bird right next to the coffees. Right there. There you go. Life is very good. I don't even know where the camera is half the time. I'm just yapping for now. Yeah. Today's theme for yapping is gonna be anime and manga. So we're gonna be yapping about that for a bit. As you can tell, I am still very unenergetic at the moment. It's great. And Shushi's the one who has to take us to the actual world. Well, what the fuck? Huh. I'm just looking through my friends list currently and see where everybody is. And hey, there's a volleyball world that has come out. Wait, is that... Wait, hold on. Is that completely real? Like new? Hey, that is! Wait, no it's not. It's like a year old. Wait, no it's not a year old. It's a couple months old. Match up with automated progression. Huh, okay. Wait, is it made by Mame? It is! Volleyball practice, marine snow, what is that? That's some cool stuff. Hell yeah. What else do we have? Oh my god, somebody's a rat's fire. Cool. There's sleep. Holy crap, there's a lot of peeps online today. That is insanity. Cool. There's Zoms as well. Oh, Shushi's not on yet. Yeah. There's a lot of cool things that are happening currently in VR chat that I've been looking at. And as I said yesterday, not yesterday, actually the day before that on the travel agency, Season 2 is coming to a close slowly. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do for the last episode of Season 2, and then we will try and figure out what we're going to do for Season 3. And honestly, it's going to be pretty interesting to at least see what we want to do for it. Because we've done the thematical stuff. We did the whole theme stuff, we've gone through places, we've learned how to use the camera differently, and we reviewed stuff, and then we started using VRC List, which helps us out massively. It's been a very godsend when it works. Yeah, when it works. And I've been using it more frequently as well. We've had Zoms joining us, we've had some other people as well doing things. It's been fun. Like, we haven't had as many guests as we would have wanted to, at the end of the day, because things happen and not a lot of people are available at specific times. And we wanted to have the proper yap with a lot more people, but we just ended up having Zoms, and Zoms was more than enough. Absolutely lovable person. I like them, they're a good friend. There should be 2 birds. Where's the other bird, though? One's jumping there. Where's the other one? They're not here. Well, I wonder if they're inside. Hold up. Nope. I didn't see the bird inside. But yeah. Hold on. Let me grab you guys. Let's move inside. Yoink. Just grabs violently. Oh yeah. Some of the cool things that I have started seeing in VRC is how people are using assets to create new like more real stuff. For example, this goddamn microwave. Now, a microwave in and of itself is nothing really that new. Of course, it's just a microwave. But the way it interacts with stuff inside of it is the cool part. Yes, that is very slow to open. Holy crap. Actually has the sounds and everything else, which is cool. Now if we grab... Give me the yaki! Give me that. And we grab this. We can close. Excuse me? Okay, it was just automated. Now, this is something that was mind-blowing from years ago. I've been talking with a few buddies about this. Cool. And it's how things interact with stuff. So, for example, this is not steaming at all. Yeah. Now we put it inside, though. And we there it is. Slam it shut. Turn it on. Microwave. It's actually spinning. Yeah. And that's, like, it's not mind-blowing to think about. Like, these are the most common things you could have IRL. Like, the most normal thing ever. It's a fucking microwave. Of course it's gonna do microwave things. Well, VR chat is not at that point where everything is just that normal. However... it's now actually heated. Which is kind of astounding to me. This is still astounding. Fuck off, door. That this is a system that exists inside of VR chat where normally it would not. And then you can just, you know, actually grab food and just... Whee! You can eat it. And then you have the stick, which is kind of... Damn, that's sharp. It just went through the goddamn microwave. Yoink. I love that I have such humongous hands that I cannot even grip these things normally. Yep. Oh. Fuck yeah. Yeah, it's insane to think that that's a normal thing. Not to mention, there's a old system in this world that I've seen a couple of times, which is the fish tank. But the cool thing about the fish tank is you can actually feed the fishies. So if I grab this, thank fucking god it's not physics-based, the fishies actually gather. See? It's cool. You can feed fish. I like that. It's old. I remember back in... I don't remember what world it exactly was. I think it was Movie and Chill back in the day. It used to have a actual fish tank that you could feed the fish in. And while it is the most mundane thing to think of... Yeah, I know, it's mundane as all hell. But that... it's still mind-blowing that it's around and it works so well and that somebody programmed it. Because there's a lot of places that don't have that working. We've had places where you can't even get a vacuum cleaner working. Yet here we are, we actually have a working vacuum cleaner now. Yes, I found a vacuum cleaner. Now I can clean virtual reality, and apparently that's the thing people like to do in VR chat. It's also funny seeing the dust actually build up in there. Yes, you are now clean, chat. Be cleansed. And out of all the things that I think in VR chat that is cool is people making these background worlds now. I know this is not travel agency, it's nothing to do with that, it's just my personal little yaps before I actually have my friend joining. But being able to see a actual like background city and it not just being a empty void, it feels nice. The thing that could make this better is if that road had like these shader people walking through it, for example, and maybe hearing them talk. or a random car passing by every now and then. That would make this world even better, and of course if it had like day and night, maybe a little bit of rain. Just have like these small weather changes and time changes, and bam, you got yourself the best world in VR chat technically. Because any world that has a day and night cycle is usually treated pretty damn nicely. They are pretty much some of the top worlds out there because people enjoy, you know, seeing morning, day, dawn, dusk, whatever the hell, nighttime, and so on. People enjoy seeing that happen, and especially if it's a proper cycle where it just, you know, goes in a full circle instead of just like that. Hold on, I have a message from them. They're still waiting for the packets. Are you fucking serious? That's hilarious. And I really hope to see more, and I'm excited to see in the future of like what people are gonna make, because beautiful worlds need recognition. There are like the one that Zombie showed last episode on the shoegaze apartment. That was very beautiful, very cool, and I'm not the type that likes, you know, small compact spaces. But they perfectly blended the disappearing background that usually a lot of worlds have with a proper background. By having the fog, the rain, and everything else, and even if you turn them off, it still looks good. Of course, I didn't turn them off because, well, I didn't want to, because it looks cool as it is. So, yeah. I know why people would turn it off, because performance issues. And then there's other cool places like Morimia City that I showed a tiny bit of. It has more places than you would think, and I would talk about the history of that world, but I did not finish the game. I haven't finished Tokyo Xanadu. It's missing a couple of the places that are absolutely freaking cool. Let's see. What day is it today? It is the 4th of the 3rd. No, 3rd of 4th. What the fuck? I had to stare at that for a bit. What the fuck? It's the 3rd day of the 4th month. Yeah, that's what it is. Yes. Okay, now I know. And there's a lot of worlds that are still being updated. Neo New York got updated again. I don't know why it keeps getting updated, but I'm happy about it. Thank you, Abriff, for keeping that world alive. The night version is also cool. Get Lost Forest is being updated. Prismic is still being updated. Gravity is a cool-ass place. Ocarina of Time 3D, that's being updated as well. It has persistence now. We could totally just... do you know, I have an actual idea. I'm gonna have to speak with Shuji about this and see how we're going to handle it. Because I'm thinking that Season 3 is going to be a little bit of a special one for Travel Agency. Yeah, and there's, like, I just like to see what people make. These insane places, completely bafflingly creative places, and what people can make. Where are you? Why is it taking them 5,000 years? Wow. The coffee gets cold as well. Had to squeak that bird. But I am waiting to see what the future VLC brings. Every year we get something new, something insane, something that revitalizes the game for a bit, and currently VR chat is going through a decline, like we've been talking about multiple times, where people are going into privates and just sticking there. Modern Weapon Museum. I need to go check that out at some point. Oh yeah, the museum stuff is also cool. I might actually do like a stream of just going through museums at some point. Just have a random stream go up. Oh yeah, by the way, the series... I'm going to be taking a series from video games. Like those streams that I've been doing, like, let's say episode 12, episode 50, and whatever the hell on, like, SMT, Trails of Cold Steel, Legend of Heroes, whatever the hell. I'm gonna take a break from them and just play random games for the next couple of weeks. I just want to I just want to chill out, basically. Doing the series is cool and all, but it's a massive commitment, and especially because I want to start out Left Alive, and I still haven't finished SMT5. I swear to freaking God, if there's more after Lucifer, I will lose my mind, which is cool that there is, because I like the game. But I have to play through it again. Like, damn. Just damn. And that's something that's, draining. It's very draining when a game starts taking longer than it technically should, but it's still fun. And at this point, I might as well just... I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm still wondering why there's only one bird. Why is there only one bird? You know, it's gonna... How about we do this? I grab you guys, I turn you around just so you can stare at bird. While I stare at random things. This is now Birdwood stream. Just straight up birds. This music is gonna drive me insane slowly. Hello, Bert. We follow Bert. This is Bert. He is cool friend. He lives here with his friend, whom I have no idea where they are. I think I just spotted them. Hold up. Did I spot his friend? Where is your friend? Are they down there? They are not. I swear there were two birds. I swear. But I have no idea where the second bird is. I thought I spotted them just now. Weird. Why is there only one bird? Hello. Let me check. Bird, are you in here? No? Bird? Where are you, Bird? Where is your friend, Bird? Bird, where is your friend? Bird is gone. I'm gonna check downstairs. Where is Bird? That's not Bird. That is pizza. But where is your friend? Hey, what the hell is that? Huh? Wait. What the fish? What the hell is that? Why is there... What? Huh, okay. Interesting. Bird, are you down here? Or here? No? Bird is not down here. Where is bird friend? Where is my friendly bird? Open up door. Oh, it is not one of those doors. Okay. We go up. Knock, knock. Bird. I am going to be rambling here for about an hour if Sushi doesn't show. Like, god fucking damn, where are you? Wow. Maybe I should just adventure around in that case, because screw waiting for this. It's gonna take them so long. I'm not sure. Maybe I should just look around the place. Because I don't want to just, you know, not do anything. I want to do things at the same time. I don't want to just sit around and wait for the dude to show up. Is that the second bird? No, that's one bird. Bird has went inside that thing again. There he is. Yay. He's good. You know what? Why is it taking them so long? screw it. We're gonna start talking. We're gonna start yapping about things. I've been recently reading this manga about a manga series called Division 81, if I remember correctly. I can actually check because I still have it open in the background. Yeah, Division... No, it's 89. Okay, so Division 89 is the one that I've been reading recently. And basically, at one point during New Year's Eve in New York, when the, the ball that they have every New Year's is shown, and it basically falls down, there was a bright flash that happened, and for some reason people started either mutating or gaining powers and stuff, and basically they gained superpowers, technically. Not in the way that, oh hey, I can just fly like Superman or I shoot laser beams, but rather like one of the characters, who is an investigator, can touch objects, and then after touching that object, it becomes a contact type ability where strings come out of the, the thingies, and they can touch the object from afar using the strings. And they can move quite a lot of objects using that, or even bind things using the strings. Another character has the ability of, when they throw water, that water becomes very contactive and just basically explodes. So if they grab like a water bottle and they throw that like as an arc, that entire water can now explode. It's kind of cool. In my humble opinion, that is kind of cool. There's also the types, for example, one of them is based on, hand signs, which is just the most normal thing ever. We've seen that in interaction with Jujutsu Kaisen and a few other places where people do weird-ass hand signs and then abilities happen. But, hilariously enough, it is based on the, is it the Buddhist reincarnation thing? Like Swadhisthana, Muladhara, and all that jazz, and they basically create a field and different effects based on those hand signs and how they hold them up. What was it? I think it was what was it? Fields of Muladhara or Swadhisthana, where 1 hour is 1 year inside of that field. But they have to keep their hands either inside of it for the entire duration of it, or themselves, and if they leave that field, the whole thing disappears immediately. Kind of a cool idea for an ability. Not the most, like, insane ability out there, but still cool as all hell. And the main character's ability is still... I don't know what it is currently. I've been reading it for a while, and they haven't really explained what the hell it is. They've only shown a few glimpses of, like, how it works, where if they get into enough emotional duress, their body starts moving on its own. He has no control over it anymore. He doesn't get superhuman strength in the case where, like, he can survive being shot or something like that, but rather he just is a tad bit faster, a tad bit stronger than he would be normally. And he's not the he's not the most strongest of characters. He's just a 17-year-old kid. And his ability is just weird to people because it suddenly activates when he gets knocked out, or is on the brink of losing his consciousness. And whenever the ability ends, he doesn't remember anything. He's just like, huh? What happened? All confused. It's kind of funny in my opinion. I swear to fucking God, Sushi. And... oh, my back is killing me. I haven't slept good. Actually, I slept semi-nicely. But I woke up at like 7 a.m. And I was like, you know what? Maybe do I want to get up and check what the clock is, or do I want to keep my eyes closed and just keep it as a surprise? And turns out, I tried to keep sleeping, but I couldn't. I just got up and I was like, so I just stood up. And I've always been the type where if I get up, I get up. I can't go back anymore at that point. If I get up from bed, I am not going back to bed. Hello, bird. Bert, go. Bert, there's Bert. Hello, birdie. I am distracted by Bert. Bert is friend. Very nice bird. Bird does random things. You are a friend now. We'll have soft tacos later. Good bird. I keep getting sidetracked with bird. Why do I even keep looking at this? This is disappointing as all hell. Might as well go play pool by myself at this point. Man, it is taking him so long. Oh, I'm waiting for a package. Great. Yep. You know, maybe I'll just go and visit some random worlds that have been updated in the meantime and just see what's changed. See what they've done. For example, I can go hang around in Tokyo Mood for a bit. Cool world, by the way. I've shown it before. It was the old home world. The Japan Highway bus, we'd seen that as well. I don't know, we could explore Morimi City for a tiny bit as well, if I really wanted to. Do I want to? Nah, not really. Oh yeah, I don't need to have these in my favorites anymore. Remove. Where is that one? Remove. Then that one. Remove. I don't know, I don't know how to fucking do anything anymore. I'm confused. Buzzard, let's go hang around in Acro for a tiny bit. I'm going in there. I cannot be bothered to wait. Let's go stare at pretty skies in Acro. Crunch. My hand went crunch. Ow! What did I step on? Well. Yeah, we're in the North Pacific Ocean on the ocean platform. So yeah, welcome to Acro. A world where you can actually see your own FPS doing things. And apparently they're playing Metal Gear music in the background. I can hear it. Yeah, this is a fun little place where the weather changes randomly. I need to go find that video player again because I know where it is. Just to, you know, turn it down a tiny bit. Ah! That works. There we go, that's better. Oh yeah, we're inside, by the way. And you get to collect things around here. For example, this. And yes, it makes the Metal Gear sound. And then you can get that. That doesn't work for now. Access denied. So if we want it to work, we can go onto the computer. And we can toggle rat. Or Curse Networks. Or we can activate Elevator OS. And now it's slowly studying it. Hell yeah. I like Acro. Acro's a nice place where the whole point is to just collect random little things around here. Oh, it's worked. It's done. Let's go downstairs. So now this works. If we get on it, click. We can go downwards. And we're down here. In a very dingy little place. And there's some secret stuff, for example, that area. I bet I could actually activate that valve through the wall if I really wanted to, but I don't wanna. That would be cheating. And as you find more things around here in Acro, you will slowly get more and more. For example, you need this keycard. I'm gonna leave that right there for now. I swear to God. Oh yeah, by the way, if you put anything on the video player, they will play through these radios. So if you find an area that you want to hang out or chill in, you can put something on the video player, turn the volume up there, and then just come back down here and just chill. It works pretty nicely. Oh yeah. Door's stuck. Can't go through it. Well, let's grab this red key card. And as you can see, door stuck. Not anymore. Door open. There's also the storage room right there, which we cannot access. There is the requisition store. Can't go in there either. We can go through there if we wanted to. But we're going to open these first with this, because then we don't need the red keycard no more. Job's done. And you can skip trying to find these from one of the stores if you really want to. Oh, there's the maintenance, by the way, which we're actually going to go in. We can't go in there yet. Fun fact, it is blocked. But we can go in here. We can go through that if we wanted to, but we're going to go down there. Oh yeah, there's also sliding on the walls. Oh yeah, and Freddy. Yes. And these, you're supposed to pressurize. Yippee! Let's grab the requisition. Get me up here. Yippee! So that we can open this. Yippee. And then do the same here. There we go. Shush. Now it's fixed. And we can go up to the requisition store through this lift. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see the video by the way here. On my end, it's slightly glitching out, but it's fine. Alright. Click that. And we're up. Requisition store. And here, you can buy random things. As soon as it's actually turned on, which is... Dink. Daisy. Oh. Time of death has changed. Clear skies. Okay. So there's a lot of things here that you can get. There's the radio, if you really want to. It will provide hints when carried to specific locations. Yeah, kind of cool. Don't need it though. Let's go outside. So it is currently completely clear, because there's nothing happening. We haven't found anything to influence the weather. Data chip. But we're about to, because I will show you what happens. So there's that one room that we couldn't enter downstairs. Just for funsies. And to enter it, we actually have to jump through that grid. So if I do a double jump, we can go through it. And I have now unlocked weather type Firefly Swarm. And we can grab this. And now we have that. I have gotten a message from Sushi. Let me check what the fuck they're doing. They are on their way now. Took them 5,000 years. I'm just gonna have that in the background as well. Oh yeah, I got the particle dispenser right here, activate the Phoenix Furnace, the release pressure valves. Dink! But the funniest thing that we can do is, we can grab this, and we can open it. We can fuck around with it a tiny bit. Oh! Use again, and... we have unlocked Iron Storm now. Yippee! He's very good. And to see when the time of day changes, we would have to go upwards to there. Yes, I know we're not really yapping about anime currently, but it's supposed to be done once Sushi shows up. Oh yeah, you can see here when the weather actually changes. Now let's see, are they actually online yet, or am I going to fucking murder them? They're still not here. I am going to murder them. Anyways. Oh yeah, and then you have this, which requires password. Correct password. Yes! Then we can get some info from there, the location of the keycards. Which is very nice. You can play Minesweeper as well. You need the green one for this. Now, we don't have the green one. And from here, you can actually see all the stuff you've unlocked. And hints on how to unlock the other ones. Kinda cool. Anyways. Now that we have the freaking sledge, let us go get it real quick. There was a wall that was breakable somewhere. Where was that wall? I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's in there. I can't do anything about that yet. However, if we keep sliding on these, we will surely be able to get in here, which has the yellow keycard. Thank you. Boink. And just go open it. Throw it away. Grab this, and now we can smash our way through. And once we enter this, get the fuck. Fucking wall. We have now unlocked weather type and also golden leaf drift. Data chip. Another one. And this one we need it for a specific purpose. That is needed outside. And oh yeah, you can, by the way, just admire the scenery from here and just see, like, you know, the stuff happening out there. For example, that ship in the sea. There's sometimes a helicopter, I think, that flies ahead, like overhead. Sometimes. Or if you really just want to. Oh, it's snowfall. Oh, yeah, it changed the entire place, by the way. Let me throw that over there. Just because we can. And do this. Yeah, see? It's snowing now. It's nice. Let me turn this off. I can still hear they're singing Can't Say Goodbye to Yesterday. That's what's currently being played on the video player. But yeah. It's gonna be fun talking about the anime stuff as soon as they show up. I am mildly irritated. Just only mildly. I don't like when things get extended or prolonged or pushed forward because of multitudes of reasons. I just don't like it. If something's agreed upon, then it's agreed upon. And it just feels annoying. It's just a personal thing I have where if I say, for example, hey, I'm gonna do something at this point in time, I will do it at that point in time unless something major happens that prevents me. But if it's something minor or stupid, then I just get annoyed. Oh yeah, you can also see things moving around here as well, like that crane. Really cool. I like it. One of my favorite things as well about this world. And I don't remember, but sometimes, I swear, if you listen, that thing will blare a random alarm, but it also plays the video audio. And yes, I've made sure that the alarm is not from the video itself. But still. I'm gonna open up my energy drink. Fuck it. I was gonna save it for later, but screw it. It is exotic orange mango passion fruit. Yeah. That's a weird taste. I think it's the mango and passion fruit that don't mix. So that reminds me, so over here where I live, we have these licorice powder candies, basically. It's just like a hockey disc. Like this little disc that you open up and it has powder in it, and that's like licorice powder. That taste that from that energy drink is just like that. It's just like that powder for some reason. I am getting that taste. Has the same exact freaking taste to it. It's fucking weird. It's real weird. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going back to Kazuya. I was gonna hang out as Gale, but fuck it, back to Kazuya. I am a diamond. Today is diamond. Yeah. Hell yeah. I also like staring at the sky here. It's just kind of nice. It's one of those places where people like to hang around in, and I appreciate that the nighttime actually fits this place. Because the whole point is to gather the weather effects and see them happening, and once you collect enough of them and the key card, you could then force the next weather pattern to be a specific one. So if you can't get a specific weather pattern because of RNG, you can force it once you get the key card, of course. That requires you to go out there and collect the data chips. Once you get those, things get better. I know that song. Anyways, I'm gonna let that play. Because it's almost over. Do 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 do. What the hell is that profile picture? Oh. Hold up. Oh, it's a firefly swarm. Damn.
Well, that was an interesting adventure. Don't look at me like that. What?
Took you long enough.
Yeah, I know. Like, random TV delivery.
Why the fuck did you get a random TV delivery?
The other one just broke.
Why? What the fuck did you do?
Overvolted.
Why did you overvolt your TV? That's dumb.
It wasn't our fault. It was the power circuit.
That's why you have surge protectors.
See, I have surge protectors and all my stuff. Turns out my parents don't.
That's why you install it without their knowing.
Well, I didn't know it didn't have it until just now.
Bruh. Just bruh.
So my headset keeps steaming up. I can't figure out why. I think my face is warm from all the running.
Yes.
Oops.
Is what I'll say.
So, no, I did not look for that world, but I think it's in my favorites.
Bruh. This is a great start.
Look, you know I'm not an organized person. You knew this like 3 years ago. This is not news.
Bruh. I am going to demon core you.
Well, that's not a first.
And it won't be the last. Where's my drink? So, I found out that orange mango passion fruit combo tastes like licorice powder.
Wait, you say orange, mango, licorice?
Orange mango passion fruit.
Oh, passion fruit. No, that wouldn't taste good.
Yeah, no,
Orange
it doesn't.
and mango, yes. Mango and passion fruit, yes. But those three together,
Yeah, no, it tastes like freaking licorice powder. That's the weirdest
Oh, it
combo I've
tastes
had.
like licorice powder.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Not that one.
I don't know why those three in particular become that taste.
It'll be the different flavors canceling each other out until you're left with just something kind of basic.
Yeah, but how the fuck do you go to a salty flavor with a hint of burning sensation?
I think... this one... Oh, was it this one? Do you remember if Dreamwaves has the pool table? Is this the one that I'm thinking of?
Well, you mean the little...
It's the one with the waterbed.
I don't think it had.
No.
Because the one that I remember
Unless
having
it
the pool
cleared it.
table was one of the old ones that we visited, that weird island that we were like, what the fuck, this is uploaded like 2019 and has like 2018 stuff, no, 2018, fucking 2025 stuff, basically.
Yeah, there was that one.
Which is weird.
It was an Island of Dreams. That's an old one.
Very old.
Hopefully I did not replace it. Oh my gosh, the bloom on that avatar.
What?
Oh, it has a really high emissive state.
What, me?
Oh, I know. It's because the edge of my lens is blurry because of the... It's fogged up still.
Oh,
So it's just glaring a lot more on my screen.
god damn it.
Options away, maybe? No. Wait, maybe? No.
Maybe, yes, no, maybe, yes.
Maybe? I can't remember. Maybe I unfavorited it? To
Possible?
make room for the rest of them? Alright, I mean, do you have a world with a pole map, since I'm very disorganized?
Well, you wanna go to the Great Pug?
We could start off in the Great Pug while I try and remember something.
Alright, we'll start out in the Great Pug doing Jack Diddley Squat.
Oh, wait. Doesn't Suspended in Time have a pool table?
I don't fucking know.
I think I remember it does. Caution, weather changing, ion storm. Oh, that's promising, isn't it?
Yeah!
Oh, look at that.
Exactly.
This feels dangerous. We should probably go inside.
What do you mean?
I can feel the ions entering my bloodstream. I'm now a monster. Oh, wait,
Just
no, I
about
already
right.
was.
I mean, you are a furry.
And that does not make me any different.
Exactly. I mean, what, you want to go to the pug and play the pool there, or just...
Yeah, just while I have a quick look at something.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. Where was it?
I don't know. Just so we can actually get started on the yapping. Oh, excuse me. Well, it's good that I'm loading the Great Pug normally anyways, because I'm going to go there at some point. It's going to be weird seeing it so empty. There we go. Oh yeah. Huh?
Rats.
NPC rats. I forgot they had the rat event going on. There's more rats up there.
Oh. There goes a rat.
What?
Rat.
There is a rat. Oh. Okay. Huh, another rat. Holy shit. I like the rats. Holy shit, there's a lot of rats. Mirror rats.
The rats a mirror dwelling?
Oh my god!
Why the rats mirror dwelling?
I don't know. Cheese. Another rat.
Forget it.
Quick. Come here, rat. Where'd the rat go?
Out the gate.
God damn it. Anyways. Door.
Sorry, I might be a cat, but I'm not a good hunter.
You never were a good hunter. That's why you don't play Monster Hunter. Cheese.
Oh. Oh, there's one under the table.
Yes, there is. Huh. Cool. Let's put like right there.
Song is not the vibe right now.
Not the vibe. Hell yeah. Boink.
There we go, that's better.
Fuck the
I'm taking this
guidelines.
with my world volume controls from yesterday.
Oh yeah, because World Volume got completely changed and fucked.
Yes, it got screwed yesterday, but hey, that's okay.
Yeah, that's why I went back to the beta branch as well. Because the beta is the only way
I'm on
to.
the beta branch at the moment, but it updated just before I went to go hop in. It's like, oh yeah, time to update, and I'm like, thanks VR chat.
All right, I guess I'm starting from the corner.
It's been so long since I played pool.
That is the worst break I've had ever. In a while. Oh well, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
But yeah, we're supposed to yap about anime and shit. You're solids.
Yup.
So yeah.
Alright. Well, we'll start off real easy then. Best anime you watched last year.
Last year, best anime? That's probably No Guns Life. I don't actually remember if that came out last year or not.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't remember if it
came out last year, but it's just one you watched last year.
Well, in that case, it's still gonna be No Guns Live because that's the one that I remember the best, and also the music soundtrack for it was freaking banger.
Oh, fair enough.
Because the whole story
What was the
about
anime?
being a revolver head, like who's solving
Oh,
problems.
it's that one.
Yeah. What? VR chat?
That wasn't even Viato's fault. You gave it too much power.
You can't blame me for that, but yeah. Basically, the whole premise relies around the dude called Inui Juzo, who works as a detective and solves issues regarding mechanized people. So basically dudes who are completely, they have like technological stuff attached to them. Basically cyberpunk, but less cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, but not cyberpunk.
Yeah. So none of that
Honestly,
data
you wanna know
hacking
what
thing.
mine was?
What?
Uh-oh. No, okay. Screw. Season 1 and Season 2 of Mashal.
Oh, I forgot Mashal came out as well, but I fucking hate season 2 of Mashal.
See, I loved both Season 1 and Season 2. Very, very avidly enjoyed them. If you don't know what Mashal is, it's pretty much a spin-off of Harry Potter, but main character actually has no magic, but he's strong, so he's cool.
Basically.
He solves all problems by throwing hands.
Yeah. Unfortunately, season 2's opening theme made Mashal seem like a complete and utter like cunt, which is why I hated it. But it's
Okay,
also
see,
made
like,
by this.
Here's my objection to that. The song is good, it's not for Mashal Season 2.
The song is
song
not
is
good.
good.
It is a bed creaking.
Okay, I like it, but then again, I also like the Dan 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 opening, so...
Dandadan's opening is good, but I love it when it ascends the most.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm
When
gonna
it starts,
break
it's
this
kinda
up real quick.
but it grows on ya.
Oh, absolutely.
And it fits Dandadan because Dandadan is batshit insane in the first place.
Oh, absolutely. Another good anime, by the way. Dan Dan Dan, that came out last year. I liked it, but I preferred Mashal.
Yeah, like Dandadan is one of those sleeper hits that you either love or hate, and mostly
Yes.
you will love it purely because, well, it's just batshit insane. It's funny.
Once you get past the first episode, that first episode put off a lot of my friends.
I still don't know why.
They didn't like the premise of it, which is fair because it's supposed to make you uncomfy.
Wow, that was cool. What the fuck? Okay. But yeah, it is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable because it's technically like going into a very deep, dark like theme, and is almost the library of no, 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 please don't do this.
It is the absolute epitome of no, 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 no. Okay, everything fine. No, no, no.
Yeah, because it baits you constantly.
It makes you feel like something terrible is gonna happen, and everything is fine. Oh no, everything's terrible again.
Yeah, and then it just becomes a whole game of, hey, where's my banana? Where's your balls? Which is funny as all hell.
It had some really good comedic things.
The comedic timing is still great.
This is handled by a grandma. That's funny.
Yes, Turbo Granny is my all-time favorite character from it.
Really? I'm a huge fan of Momo. I love Momo.
I mean, that's fair, but you know, having that fucking cat dancing around smugly at each after the end of each episode.
When Turbo Granny gets turned into a cat, that's pure gold.
Yes.
That's just something you don't really see coming.
Exactly, and it reminds me of Nekowak so much.
Oh, absolutely.
Fuck, I helped you out.
That, and I was just like, huh.
Yep.
Shit. Aww.
But yeah, freaking Turbo Granny has to be one of the funniest characters that has been made as a joke character, but at the same time, you also got the fucking bullet shrimp dude.
Oh, I love the pistol shrimp dude.
Yeah, I forgot what the hell his name was. I think they just call him Mr. Shrimp.
I think they just called him Shrimp.
Probably. He is so cool and funny, and he has a horrible backstory, like a really sad one.
They did a really good job of making you feel bad for each character, unless it was the aliens. They had no reason to exist.
Yeah, until... Because you haven't seen... How far did the first season go?
I haven't... it goes right up to, like, when they get to Gigi's house. Okay,
so... You don't even know what's about to come.
No.
I am not going to spoil anything, because I've read the manga.
Told me like one or two things from the manga, and she's like, I don't want to say anything more, I just want to let you know that it gets weirder. And I'm like, how does this get weirder?
It gets so much weirder and also tugs at your heartstrings.
Oh, great.
What, you think it's your turn? No, it's mine.
No, it's always my turn.
No, fuck you.
Damn.
But yeah, like, season 2 is going to be completely insane.
Yet, so...
Yeah, I'm an avid manga reader, which is why this is anime and manga. With the missing part of the campfire, but hey, we don't need it.
We don't need it. One
it's just
anime
there because
which means
fun.
Sleep disagree on, it's one that I absolutely love and Sleep does not like. He already knows what it is, he knew I was going to mention it as well. It's Solo Leveling.
I absolutely hate it.
I know you don't like it, which is why it's like...
If you can't grab it from there, it's right here.
What do you mean? No, I was hit it from here, it's fine. I'm skilled.
Fair enough.
Can I move it? No. Okay, it's broken.
It's decent.
Okay, for this. Happens. Oh, my hips.
Yeah, the Great Puck's pool table isn't the best, but it's the one I'm most familiar with.
Oh.
But yeah, the premise of solo leveling, the idea behind solo leveling is the same thing that everybody does in an MMORPG. They want to go fucking solo and do everything solo, because people are fucking very rat. I keep getting distracted by the rat.
The premise of solo leveling is actually really simple, and I know why a lot of people don't really like it that much. It is kind of basic, it is kind of bland, there's not much interesting going on. I really liked it for the animation style. Yeah, there's no character development or anything like that, but those sword fights are cool.
It's like Jujutsu Kaisen. It has absolutely fantastic animations, but for the most part, I just don't like the premise behind it. I don't like the characters, because Jujutsu Kaisen is E-Boy the anime. And solo leveling is just a more... Solo leveling is, in terms of animation quality, it is fucking beautiful, but it has less substance than fucking Pokemon.
See, but that Pokemon actually has substance to an extent.
Yeah, why else would it have lasted this long? I win.
Because they're milking it.
Exactly.
I was just unlucky. I was hitting really unlucky angles there.
Hey, I started out completely shit. I didn't sing anything for a while. But like, console leveling is one of those animes that you watch if you haven't seen any other like game-based animes, or reincarnation animes or isekais. And yes, there's a difference between reincarnation and isekai.
Yes, there is actually.
Because a reincarnation anime is, for example, where that very famous tactician comes back to the modern era. I forgot what the hell it was called, but they basically become like this dancer dude. I forgot what it was called. It was super funky. Never watched it myself, but a lot of my friends did, and they had a blast with it. And it's a good example of it. And then you got the isekai ones where you have, for example, Monster. The dude becomes a what was it? He starts as a goblin and then slowly becomes a bigger and bigger monster over time.
Something like that. Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yeah. And then you got like, all of them are cool. I like them. I like isekais. I like reincarnation animes. They all have their own specific places and stuff. They have a absolute point to them and why they exist.
Yes.
But
I know a lot of people who do like the whole reincarnation isekai thing. It's personally not for me. I don't quite understand it. And the one thing that I will always disagree with, especially when it comes down to these, is the isekai harem animes.
Yes, I hate those.
I very strongly disagree with those.
I
do not
them.
like those at all.
So,
I will watch an isekai if it has a good premise, but as soon as they introduce harem stuff, I'm like, nope.
Yeah, so the harem stuff is always a thing that gets me instantly saying no. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I know it's people's fantasy to have this weird-ass harem full of elf girls, succubuses, whatever the fuck. For me, I hate it. Which is funny considering I like Monster, but Monster is a completely different style of it, where it's an actual family that gets together because the dude is actually treating them nicely. It's not a harem, it's a family.
That sounds like someone trying to... Sorry. Sounds like someone trying to vouch for their favorite harem anime. Not a harem, it's a family.
Yeah, but the whole premise is, a harem is everybody's gushing for one person. And they're just gushing because they fucking can. It's just, hey, the main character's like the most ultimate macho or something like that. No, the fucking character in the Monster has them forming a full family, because the premise is the dude gets reincarnated as a goblin because he gets backstabbed by somebody in the human world, comes back to whatever the hell he is now in. I don't know if it's a different universe entirely. And he grows up teaching the goblins that are by his side. Basically, one of them becomes his brother and the other one becomes his sister. And they eventually grow up, like, forming a very strong bond, become a full family. And then humans try and invade the place. And these humans are treated like shit. They're basically completely abandoned and all that jazz. And the goblins, actually, when they beat them up, they see that some of them are actually pretty useful. And first they get enslaved because they're going to be used as cannon fodder and whatever the fuck. But they later actually, you know, join the goblins because, hey, the goblins are actually treating us better than the humans.
Oh, fair enough.
And then they start transforming from goblins to ogres and other things.
I'm going to go quickly check this world and see if it has a pool table. I have a suspiciously funny feeling it does. But I'm not going to pull you along with me until I... Okay, you know what?
Don't leave me hanging.
Fair enough. I think it's this world. I am 99% sure it's this one.
Well, let's go see. I don't want to be left alone. That would be fucking dumb. But yeah, Monster is... I highly recommend reading it as opposed to watching it, because I don't think the anime actually shows much, but still, very nice of a read. And it deserves a watch to a point. Wow, we are slow. Wow, I hate the posters here. Wow, where's the toggles? Please, for the love of God.
What?
Where are the toggles to turn off the posters?
You cannot turn off the posters here, but
Fuck.
if we teleport straight to the beach...
Is there?
Was I correct? Was I correct? Was I correct?
I think you might have confused it for the other one.
No, pool table.
Oh, is there?
This was what I was thinking of.
Cool. Why am I so slow here?
Good question. I do not know.
Well, at least... Thank fucking God. Well, it has a pool table. And
Because
has
now we
a
can do,
very
like, beer pong as
gentlemanly
well.
snake.
But if you put the camera out over that corner,
Mm-hmm.
so that it's overlooking out to, like, that area, that'd look good.
It would.
I
Hold
do VR photography.
Whoop.
So I want to try this real quick.
There you go.
How does this work?
Oh, the drone? Pretty nicely.
I have to be holding this?
Yes.
Oh.
Where's Magica? There's Magica. Because we can't have a campfire talk without a campfire. We do have one out all the way out there, but still.
How do you control this thing?
Both hands.
Okay, so that does rotation.
Yeah. You want to change the
Oh, it
mode
goes
on
down.
it, by the
Okay,
way.
cool.
Change the mode on it. Because currently it's slightly looking tiltedly, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, turn that off into a different mode. Because you have, I think, 3 modes to use.
Oh, self-leveling on.
Yeah, self-leveling keeps it constantly, once you let go, it just automatically balances itself. If you turn that off, it will act like a proper drone, where you have to manually balance it.
So we got micro cinematic racing freestyle.
There should be other ones
preset.
as well. But try one of them.
VR and gamepad control scheme 2. Version off. Version on, yes please.
But yeah, try changing them and see what happens.
Altitude assist. On. Whoa.
Oh. I think that just keeps it at a certain point constantly.
Probably, yeah.
Ow.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, that's confusing. Let's just get rid of that for now. Why'd you put a camp? Okay.
Now
Oh,
I
hello,
actually
I
have
can
it.
do barrel rolls.
Yes. That's something you can do, yes. Alley. Anyways. Dink. Fuck the guides.
We don't need guides. Guides in this economy? What?
Okay.
Apparently my
start.
controller needs guides.
Apparently.
Okay, you know what? Fair
That's yours. I think. No, that's mine. Okay.
enough. That's yours.
I'm confused.
We're all confused.
We're all confused every time.
What was that other anime that I was thinking of the other day?
Oh, what,
Because I
Freeman?
haven't finished Freerun yet because I haven't had the time, sadly.
You were talking
But I
about
also
Kill la
haven't
Kill as
finished
well?
Leveling Season 2. How dare you bring up my hyperfixation? You know, the one thing that this thing's from. The reason I have this on my avatar.
Well then.
know that Twitch chat couldn't see that because my whole queue was in the way, but that's fine.
Completely fine.
I'm not sure if Sleep has seen Kill or Kill. It's probably not quite his style.
I've seen clips of it, but it's not my tile.
It's not my tile.
It's not my tile. Excuse me.
One thing you should also know about me and Sleep. How the?
Good job.
The one thing about me and Sleep is, and we've said this before, we are very, very different, especially when it comes to things like games, music, pretty much anything that any content that we enjoy. And yet, anime is the one thing where we come together, where we both like anime. Turns out, we all like different types of anime.
Yep.
Completely opposite. Except for Freerun. We agree that Freerun is good.
Freerun and Dandadan.
Freerun and Dandadan, and there's a few others, like Initial D.
Yeah, and Season 1 of Mashal.
And Season 1 of Mashal. There's the odd ones that we just both agree. Yeah, that's good.
And Mashal is only bad Season 2 purely because of the opening theme for me, because it changes how Mashal's character is introduced in the, opening. If you skip the opening, it's completely fine. But the opening has to be played at least once for you to experience the entire thing, because it's supposed to set the tone for it. Which, I don't like how they basically portray Mashal as a muscle-headed fucking jerk. Like, I'm the best, I'm the best.
The song is good. I also am inclined to agree that it does not do it any favors, but the song is catchy, so...
It's catchy, yes. As catchy as fucking AIDS is.
Well, for me, that's not very catchy. Calling myself out there.
Hey, that's good enough. How have we not sunk anything?
Because we are terrible at this game.
We are brain dead. Alright, let's actually try.
No one ever called us good. Okay, well, there's the black ball there. Oh.
Don't care. Double sync.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, let's start actually doing things.
Right, so I'm blue.
Blue on blue violence.
Blue on blue violence. Red versus blue.
Do you, by the way, know what blue on blue means?
I mean, I know a meaning of it, but it's probably not the correct one.
Well, try saying what it is.
Isn't blue on blue supposed to be like, you know, gay?
No. No.
Okay, that's the meaning I know of it.
So, blue on blue is a term that means friendly fire.
Oh, doesn't it originate from the Halo days?
No. Actually used in military.
Oh. I know from Halo days.
For example, jet fighters will
you hit blue team versus red team.
Yeah, because in Red vs. Blue, they use it the same way as it's actually used in the military, which is friendly fucking fire. Watch out, there's friendlies. Don't shoot your friendlies. Also, holy fuck, that was cool. How did I do that?
That was cool. Thanks, you sunk the ball for me.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
But yeah, like blue on blue is, as a term, has been used by jet fighters and stuff a lot in the military, and it's basically yelling that, hey, you dipshit, you're firing at your friends.
You've been playing too much War Thunder, haven't you?
No. Ace Combat.
Oh, Ace Combat. Oh, that
in War Thunder, I will gladly shoot down my teammates if they get in my line of sight.
Yeah, and then leak classified military documents to prove your point that it was valid.
Yes. You're an Italian, I'm Japanese.
War Thunder 101. Oh, you died to this plane. Leak military documents and possibly someone's location if you're feeling skilled. And when your argument...
How are we tied?
That's just... Because I sunk 3 balls before.
Oh, okay.
Were you not paying attention?
No.
Well,
do I pay attention?
If you paid attention, attention would be rich.
Bro, when did I ever pay attention?
But he's been calling your name recently.
Well, fuck you, attention.
Like
I'm coming after you. The only Depp I have is Johnny Depp.
You know what? I'll let you have that one. That one took my brain cell.
Gotcha.
I was trying to just like contemplate that one. I was like, what? What does that even mean?
It's the actor.
So you put me in such a rough spot here.
Hell yeah, I did. Not the first time. And won't be the last.
not.
Thanks, bro. You know, if I go for that, that's an easy one, then I can go for that, but I would have that in a rough spot, so you know what? Fuck it.
You go that one.
Exactly, we go like this, and we go...
Take my ball. Ah. That's so not fair.
What do you mean not fair?
My ball goes out and I lose. Another really good anime that was one of the first animes that I watched, and this is probably going to surprise people that I enjoy. You're cheating.
That was full-on skill, bro.
So one of the first animes that I ever watched that kind of got me into anime, I had seen a few kind of here and there, supposed to clips. I was a Sword Art Online. That's where I started.
Honestly, not a bad start.
So I saw a clip of it, and I liked the premise of it.
Yeah, Sword Art Online...
And then I watched season 2, and I was like, ew.
Yeah, Sword Art Online had the unfortunate thing going for it, where it started out like very strongly and good. It was a good entry to, like, you know, game animes and that whole MMORPG being real and everything else. But the fan base wanted it to continue, and they decided to continue, and next thing we know is, what is this incest subplot? Exactly. That was everyone's reaction. What is this incest subplot?
No, how did that go? I'm confused on my ball physics there.
Don't worry.
Hey, Spotify, why are you only playing the English versions of these songs?
Cue Mashal Season 2 opening theme. Who the best?
Oh,
Who the best? God damn it.
That's playing.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, you won.
Yeah. But yeah, like Sword Art Online is it had such a good premise to it. I will still say that the world is interesting and the mechanics around it is interesting and everything else, which is why we had the VR chat world for that, which is freaking cool. However, the characters aren't that interesting and it kind of goes shit.
One gripe I do have with the first season is there is a huge time jump for no good reason. It goes from, like, Kirito, I think his name is, and the other lady, which I've completely forgotten her name now. The other main lady. What was her name?
Don't remember because I refuse to watch it.
Yeah. Kirito and someone else. I love interest in the anime. It goes from them kind of like, you know, they have like a weird, interesting dynamic, and they're beating dungeons and doing random quests. And then the next episode, with no warning, they're married.
What a time skip.
Like, there's no development, nothing, and then it's like, it goes halfway through the episode, and you find out that they have a house in the world, and then they randomly adopt a child. And it's like, what happened? The first time I watched it, I was like, hang on, did I miss an episode? Went back, I'm like, no, I went gone 1920. Went back and watched all the way to the end of 19. Went to 20, same thing. There is no reason for it. And so I googled it, and because I was curious, I'm like, why on earth does it jump so much here? It does the same thing in the manga.
Cool, so they probably have it in the visual novel
with
where they
no
explain
context. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I'm just like, what's up with this massive time skip?
No idea. They do that sometimes in some shows, and it's really, really, really infuriating. And other times it can be very useful, but most of the times it's just annoying because you have no idea what the hell happened.
The thing I find, I have gripes with the time skips. If there is a pre-established, like, relationship or dynamic or something happening there, a time skip is okay. But if you are time skipping and I'm now running at a strong lack of context, I'm now frustrated.
Yes.
Because I don't feel like backtracking and trying to figure out what I missed and where.
Mm-hmm. So, next question. What is your most hated anime?
Ooh, most hated anime.
Can be something you watched or refused to watch.
What was the one I refused to watch? I mean, I could go with the easy answer and say Full Metal Alchemist because of the girl and the dog.
Oh boy, in one of the early episodes.
Yeah, the early episodes of Full Metal Alchemist, but I've actually seen a few worse.
Yeah, and also funny little tidbit about that, they actually released figurines about her again.
Yeah, I know they did. I saw it.
And I'm like, huh? Why would you do this?
What's an anime that I actually refuse to watch, though? I can't think of one right off the top of my head that I've like watched 1 or 2 episodes and then gone, nah. I mean, I almost did that with Dandadan after episode 1. I was just like, oh, I don't even want to know. But then my friend who was watching was like, just watch the episode. I promise it gets better.
Yeah, because the first episode is a massive mood setter. Because it's the same thing where it's one of those cursed moments. For example, Black Clover does the same thing.
Oh yeah, Black Clover first season is not good.
Indeed, and it's only bad for the first 3 episodes, which is super bad for an anime. Well, the 3 is the worst because Asta screams so much, and by the time the 4th episode comes around, the voice actor has almost lost their voice. And it calms down massively from there, but still, it is very bad and very tough because you want to get into the anime, but you can't get into it because screaming little kid.
And the anime has such a good premise as well with like grimoires and magic and stuff like that. It's just absolutely botched in the first like 3 to 5 episodes by this screaming erratic child.
Yeah, and that era of anime is gone. People don't like that anymore. Not even for female characters.
Screaming is no longer funny.
Yeah, loud does not equal funny if it's not used correctly. Because, for example, in Dandadan, they have moments where the characters are actually super loud, and, for example, when Gigi shows up, when Momoko just...
I did Gigi when he first turned up. I despise his character.
So did I, but it was so fucking funny.
Oh, you just like, warm up Black Clover. The first 5 episodes whack are completely rough.
You were thinking, what's a Black Clover whack? Yeah.
It's a good anime. I watched the first, like, 4th season. I think some of the 2nd season with Sleep. We watched it together.
Yes, I have watched 100 episodes of Black Clover, and then I stopped because the...
I think I'm only up to 20.
The show...
It's your turn.
Oh, it's still my turn. Holy fuck. Yeah, I was watching the anime for a long ass time on a specific website known as Anime Freak, and then it went down.
Oh, I know that one.
I forgot what episode I was on, which is why I quit watching Black Clover, but it was just getting interesting because we were getting past the point of the mystery surrounding Asta's like powers and stuff and why they exist, and actually getting into the darker territory of Black Clover. Hell of a fucking jump, by the way, and actually good story. Problem is, it's hard to get into because you have to survive the first 5 episodes, as Sushi said, but in my opinion, it's only the first 3.
See, for me, we got past the first 3, and I still wasn't enjoying it because of the character. But after we got to episode 6, that was when I was just like, okay, this is good, this is tolerable. He's not yelling and screaming.
Yes, and Asta's rival, Juno, is actually kind of cool.
Yes, he is, I have to agree.
He seems very stuck up. He seems very snobby. But it's not because of that, he's just emotionally disturbed. He's cold because he's emotionally disturbed. That's the best way I can basically put it. But he cares for
I
Asta.
watched the kind of interesting animes as well, like ones that people have thrown at me. And I've just gone, you know, we'll give it a shot. I was one of the ones who watched Food Wars.
Food Wars is funny. Wack is asking, are we joinable?
Now, I'm on Orange currently.
I'm on Orange as well. We're basically just doing it this way for... Do you know, should we let Wack join?
I mean, if he wants to.
Would you like to, Wack? Since you seem to have a free day, apparently.
I watched Food Wars, and whilst I actually did enjoy it...
Apparently he is.
Oh, I just thought of the anime that I didn't like. One anime that I truly
Sushi,
did
you
not
made
like
this invite only!
Huh? No, I didn't.
Yes, you did!
Oh, whoops. Do you want to? I can restart it.
Yeah, it restarted it, but it invite plus this time.
I thought I clicked invite plus.
No, you click invite.
Oh, my bad. It was supposed to be an invite plus.
Whoops.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna... I think this world is rigged in Sleep's favor, so...
Alright, for...
Make sure it's an invite plus, yeah.
Yes, this is my plus. Just give us a second whack. Where is it? There you go. Grab this. I'm gonna aim it upwards because I don't want to show any of those goddamn stupid portraits. Fuck those portraits, by the way.
Oh, hello.
God damn it. Why am I so slow? I can't even jump. I hate that.
Break you.
They do. Everything breaks you. I can't even jump, by the way.
Hey, look. The stairs slow you down, but if you jump off here, you're fine.
I can't jump.
Huh? What?
I can't jump. It slows me down. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm crippled.
I don't even know then.
Alright. Oh, let me send this thing back to where it came from. Like up there.
Alright, so
Ding.
I'm about to say something extremely controversial towards the anime
Oh, shit.
fandom.
Hold up.
This is an anime that I could not continue watching after pretty much the first season. I got so frustrated with it,
No?
and I did not want to continue.
Whoops.
Demon Slayer.
Yes.
I got
Hello.
so annoyed at the characters, so annoyed at the development. Just everything was.
Demon Slayer.
And with breaking it up into like movies and series and arcs, and I'm just like, okay, I can't do this
season
anymore.
2. Don't forget season 2. That was like 5 or 6 episodes. The Demon Train arc.
5 or 6 episodes, and then goes to a train, and then they're just like, so frustrating.
Yes.
Yeah, but
And I gave up on it.
Demon Slayer I would call heavily mid. However,
It
the
is
music
mid.
slays.
It is super
It was
mid. The characters
overhyped.
are weirdly bad, and the fucking fascination that people have with Nezuko is so bad.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
ew.
Yeah. Yep.
The only redeeming factor that Demon Slayer had for me was really, really cool looking katanas.
And the music. Don't forget the music.
Music to a
Made by,
point, yes.
Come again?
Music to a point, yes.
It was made by
I
Man
like
of
some of the
Action.
music.
Well, it's not Man of Action. The guys who
I
made
like
the
Lisa's intro.
the Iron Brother Orphans opening.
Yeah, but that still
Man on a
doesn't
Mission.
make it.
Man on a-
That's
Man on a
one
Mission.
song, basically. Versus the entire soundtrack. The soundtrack is to a point good. Oh,
To a point.
What the
That's
fuck?
never good.
alright.
Also, if
Oh,
I
wait,
have
I'm
to
alright.
choose a modern shonen that is actually really good shonen, I have to totally disregard the fan base for it, but it has to be My Hero Academia.
Oh god, I cannot stand My Hero Academia. The game I
You cannot
can.
stand that. You cannot stand the fan base.
I can't stand the fan base nor the show itself.
I don't know. The show is. It has a very interesting way of portraying the shonen, and not even the shonen, the hero's journey, because it's not a typical shonen journey.
Yeah, but it's not that enjoyable to watch in the first place because the main character, Deku, isn't really that interesting altogether. The side characters are more interesting than him. What are you doing, Shuji?
Because
I'm
it's a
grateful
story
to you.
about the world.
Good job.
Because I think it's in a way is a story about the My Hero Academia world, like in a Marvel comic books. It's not.
See, but the grape kid.
The fucking grape kid.
I had to say it.
Oh, the
This is so broken.
ball
Look
kid.
at this. This is so broken.
Yes. Just
I
grab it.
don't know what happened to
Let go of it and just grab it again. There you go.
Oh, why is it sticking to my hand now?
Don't worry about it. It just happens.
That's what he said.
But yes, My Hero Academia is... It's an okay show if you haven't watched anything else regarding anime, because it's a good starting point for a lot of people.
is a
However,
good starting
objectively, if you've watched even a singular show in animes and stuff, depending on what you started with, it is either the worst thing ever or somewhere in the heavily midsection. Because if
I
your
don't
starting
know,
point is Naruto, you will enjoy My Hero Academia. But if you started out with anything else, like modern era, like Bochi the Rock, you will fucking hate it. Even if they are different genres.
For that, yeah, but you're talking more about seinen animes. I talk about more of shonen.
We
like
don't give
the
a damn
young
about the
short-
genre. We talk about the anime
Again-
itself.
They say ah.
Look, as someone who watched a lot of long-running shonen like Naruto, Bleach, Toriko, that's a different thing though. What was the weird one with the flying snitch?
The Flying Snitch?
Yeah. Yeah, the snitch from Harry Potter, you know, which had its own anime. And
What the fuck? It had an anime?
Had
No.
an anime? Okay, I
It
do not
wasn't an anime. His name was Timo Kempi. It was about a white-haired boy with
No idea.
weird power. Not Devilman. No.
No, not Devilman, not Devil Baby.
No, it was
No,
something...
fucking Devil Baby, fucking Devilman. Devilman Crybaby was the weird one. That's weird.
Man, Crybaby?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was the name for one of the Netflix shows that came out at one point, the anime. And I fucking
Oh
did.
no, you're
Yes.
right. I actually remember that.
I fucking hate it for only one purpose, and only for one thing. It commits a cardinal sin, which is killing an animal for no fucking reason and showing it. Which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah,
And I was talking about the Gray Man.
What was that?
D. Greyman?
Yes.
Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in ages.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanna know one of my favorite animes that I ever watched?
Go for it.
Oh,
One
what?
season, and it was really good. And I introduced Sleek to it the other day. B&A.
BNA is very fucking interesting.
I adore it. I prefer it more than Kill la Kill, solely for the character development. Every single character is so nicely thought out, and in such a short span of time, it covers so much detail.
Yes, and also
Plus,
we found out
cool
the
characters.
voice actor for that freaking wolf that shows up was somebody I've heard in so many fucking places, it was weird.
Oh, that was fun though.
Yeah.
Tends to happen with the VA community.
Yeah, and for the longest time, I knew of the existence of BNA, but I always viewed it as a commercial anime where it was made for a specific lineup of like merchandise and stuff, instead of like an actual anime.
It was a,
No, it
it's a
isn't
trigger
actual
anime. All
anime.
of them look like that.
No, not all of them, but I appreciate that they did reference Inferno Cop in the first episode.
Never
And-
watched Inferno Cop, so... Okay.
Inferno Cop, if I have to explain this real quickly, what it is, you know Kagewani, remember what? Kagewani? The paper theater anime, basically.
Oh, fuck me. You make me remind
Yes.
me of
Now,
that show.
Imagine
I'm a big fan of
Kagewani,
that.
but the main character is a flaming skeleton cop, but he has no animation. There is no animation. There are no animations. It's literally paper characters that go left to right, and then sometimes flip around.
So, Blue Lock Season 2.
Kinda, but at the same time, each episode is 30 seconds long.
So basically old school South Park.
Yes, but even worse. But it's funnier, and also, the final episode lasted for over, 10 minutes or 30 minutes, and is mostly 80% just music and credits. and maybe 10 minutes, maybe less of actual like show, but it's still one of the best shows ever, and it's also referenced again in another show called Space Patrol Luluko. Hilariously enough, it's the only anime I own on Steam. I actually bought the anime on Steam. The entire season. Why the fuck did I buy it?
Steam.
Yes! And soundtracks! Steam has a anime store and also a soundtrack store.
I own the Sea of Thieves soundtrack. I bought that.
This
That's
show.
And by the way, since we're talking about this real quick, I have to notify this. Steam has a Easter egg, a horror Easter egg technically in it, where every now and then when you don't have any other audio on your PC but you have Steam running, it might start playing horrible audio out of nowhere. So whenever you've heard like this weird audio,
done that.
Yes, that is because it's actually playing audio from your Steam library from Amnesia. Unused audio clips
Amnesia
from
is built into Steam as a free OST. Surprise.
Yes, it is using an unused
But I don't
OST.
care,
Everybody owns
so
it.
I never have that.
You have it automatically. Because it's
have it
playing
automatically.
unused soundtrack that is in the files. Even if you don't own it, you automatically have it because it's in the files.
And technically, it is actually stored in your game library. It's just hidden as edited and hidden. You cannot find it. You cannot extract it. And if you delete it, Steam stops working. It's really funny.
Yeah, that's why there is a... this is going to be a side quest from anime to talking about Steam. For the longest time, Steam had a bug, well, not a bug, a bypass, which people use to get free games and everything else, through a website that is no longer defunct. It was called, I think it was Steam DLC Unlocker or something like that, where as long as you have...
Just Steam Unlocker.
Yeah, you could automatically unlock games because you would get the data from someone else's Steam and their download files, and then activate the file from there, and it would mysteriously start working. But it didn't work for certain games that has stuff like, oh goddamn it, what is the one thing that everybody hates? Denuvo. Denuvo was surprisingly the only one that could not be bypassed.
Because that would use a 256 authenticating bit that was changeable between different purchases. That's how it worked.
Fuck, almost went in.
Oh, that's Sage.
Yes. Anyways, back to anime. Let's see. What is the weirdest anime either of you have seen?
Ooh, weirdest.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, one of the ones that was weird.
Yeah. All right. In that case, Shushi.
Food Wars Season 2 was a bit interesting. Let's just say that.
Oh.
I enjoyed the first season because it was actually like kind of enjoyable from like a food perspective, and it wasn't too bad with like the weird stuff they were putting in there. But with Season 2, they exaggerated that by quite a lot, and it was a lot worse.
God.
It was just like kind of goofy though, but at the same time it would just oftentimes it would go
is goofy.
really
yeah.
uncomfy.
Oh, it's like, what is that one anime? Wack will know this, but where is it the brother who's brushing his sister's teeth?
That's from the Monogatari series.
Yes, which is the most disturbing scene in my opinion for a while. And it's weird.
I think they jumped the shark on that one. I mean, they did something that is even creepier, but I never watched a Monogatari series, so I
haven't watched
them.
I only know of that scene because it wasn't stuff that I wanted to watch. Get wrecked, Shuji.
Huh?
Weirdest anime.
I love-
Fuck.
I would have to look through my list. Hang on, actually, I have an idea. I have a watch list on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, you just check that out. For me, personally, I've watched a lot of animes over the course of the years. There's so many like good ones, sad ones, weird ones, and whatnot. But I think like in terms of
One Piece
weird,
fan service. Ugh.
for me, the weird one has to be, and the one that actually made me feel a bit unwell, is either Taboo Tattoo or Dies Irae. And I remember both of them very vividly. However, I can't remember much about them.
Okay, this is only an anime that I have not watched fully. I have seen clips, I heard of the tale, and I have avoided like the plague, but for some fucking reason, for the last week, it haunts me. I heard it mentioning in a video that I watched, and when I just clicked on a random on one of the anime pages I watch, it came up. It's called Pupa.
I know of it.
Jesus Christ! One of the weirdest, most fucked up shit I have ever seen. I already watched like a few minutes of I think episode 3, but I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Dear Lord, I need to purge this from my memory.
That's completely understandable considering what Pupa is. It's like, what the fuck is that? It's called Parasite, the Maximum or something like that, where the dude
Parasite.
has it. With the dude who has the freaking eyeball growing from his like shoulder.
And he can do like weird
his
stuff with his
hand.
skin and
His
stuff.
hand.
Oh, his hand. Fair enough.
His hand.
Regardless.
His hand.
Yeah, it's like, it's that type of weird, but even more weirder than that.
I love Parasite the Maximum though. That shit is good. That's a good anime.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is the most overrated anime you think? It can be.
Oh, easy Attack on Titan. Easy peasy. Attack on Titan. I have a bone to pick with Attack on Titan.
Fair.
So,
Okay.
I got recommended Attack on Titan, and I watched the first season. It's so boring. It is so repetitive. Nothing interesting happens. It's the same thing over and over and over.
Fair enough.
Nothing changes. I'm just like, when does this get interesting? And then they're like, oh yeah, this is season 4, part 2, part 3, part 6. When does it end?
Never. I think it will end in a movie or something. Anyway, most overrated anime. I wouldn't call this the most overrated anime, but I don't think it deserves to be the best anime ever. Fullmetal Alchemist. Like, why is it the best
Wow.
anime ever?
Oh, interesting.
No. It's not that it's
Really?
overrated, but I don't think it deserves to be called the best.
It's
Wait,
definitely
we
not
really
the best.
took two of the most popular
But-
animes and just threw them in the trash bin.
He has a point.
No, I'm not throwing it in the trash bin.
Whack has a
Really
point.
just like slam dunk the two, best,
Yeah,
the two voted best animes.
If we went back in time to 2007, maybe Fullmetal Alchemist could be considered one of the best animes out there, if not mayhaps the best. However,
Well, like
we're in
2000
2025.
2010.
We have so many better alternatives out there, and also, just let Fullmetal Alchemist die already. Jesus fucking Christ.
Please and thank you.
Which brings me to my opinion, which is One Piece. Fuck that shit.
Oh, fair. Fair
I am there with you on that one. I'm there with you on that
I'm
one.
with you on that one.
When does One Piece get good? Oh, it starts getting good at episode 675 when you get past the point where Luffy does this and this and this and this. Fucking shit.
If you can look past
Haki
the
or
extremely
Haki or what
major
the fuck
character
its name is.
flaws and the extremely long story, it's a good anime. And it only
Yes.
gets good up to once you get past, specifically episode 752. That's when it starts getting good. But you have to watch those other 752 episodes to understand the lore and the context of the place they're building. But also, about 65% of those episodes are pure filler.
Now,
Pretty much.
Sushi, Sleep. I will give you one thing though. If done right, One Piece Abridged, which is the live action one, could be really good though, because it is literally One Piece Abridged. I calculated the 12 episode they have. They literally ran past 30 plus episodes, maybe 40.
Yes, that's how much you can skip. And make
That's how much
sense
you can
still.
skip, and you lose no detailing to the story. That is a tragedy. You shouldn't be able to do that.
The live action was really good, and the music in it is also really good.
I still hate live action animes. I hate them.
I have
They
been
should
used
not
to
exist.
live action
I don't
content.
care if it's
I
good.
think-
I don't care
Yeah,
if it's
but
good.
they should
not
not- but this-
exist. It's anime.
They should not exist. Yes, they should not exist. But again, it stands its own legs. This
It's
stands
better
its
than the
own
Dragon
legs.
Ball one. Yes.
That's a low bar.
Everything is better than the Dragon Ball one. Fuck you.
Well, the Doom movie would like to fight against you.
The new movie was cheesy as fun. The Judo movie was cheesy as fuck. It was a good popcorn flick.
Which one? The one
Okay,
with
but you
the
know,
Rock,
you want to know
the Rock,
comparable
or the one
live-action
with the
anime
lady?
movies.
The one with the Rock.
That's good. The
The
one with the
Resident
lady
Evil
is the
live-action
bad one.
movies with like your location.
Oh, I fucking
not
hate
watched
the
that one.
live-action Resident Evils. The animated ones are so good. Have you
The
watched?
animated ones were good.
Yeah. How many of
Yes,
them
we
have you
watched them
watched?
together.
Yes. So how many
we
have you
watched
watched
all
of
of
them?
I think 2 or 3.
Bro, the animated fucking Resident Evil movies are so fucking funny because where else will you see
They are.
two dudes? Actually, where else will you see a dude driving a fucking motorcycle up the staircase of a fucking skyscraper, busting through a door, then having a gunfight literally shoulder to shoulder and missing?
That was funny.
Okay, and where else will you see? Where else will you see one of the main characters from the games trying to defend the zombies with a fucking umbrella logo's umbrella?
Yes.
That was so on the nose.
Or
That was
looking
so
like a
on the nose.
Barbie doll.
The
Leon.
at the time that was good CG. At the time that was really good CG.
Regardless, it was fucking funny. Why is Claire a fucking Barbie doll?
Because they
Also,
forgot how
on
to
the note-
animate hair.
By the way, on the note of really good CG, I really wish I could see more of CG animes like the new Lupin the Third movie.
Honestly, not a bad thing. That's not a bad call. Like,
What was
CG...
that other series we watched the other day? Well, not the other day. We watched it after the Resident Evil ones. Trying to remember that. Was someone where they're fighting all the bugs?
Blue Gender.
No.
No.
Fighting-
It's a game as well.
Starship Trooper Rednecks. Roughnecks.
Must have been Starship Troopers.
The
That's the one that kind of looks like Helldivers.
Then it has to be Starship Troopers, but what's the movies? The 3D movies, which are, by
Yeah,
the
we're
way,
watching the
extremely good.
movies.
The Traitor
have
of
watched
Mars...
those.
Traitor of
Also
Mars, and the other one was... Yeah, the first fucking 5 minutes. Ah, tits.
First 5 minutes. Fan service. Great.
But I love
watched-
how
I
they
watched-
were animated and how the fuck they combined Metal Gear, Resident Evil, and for some reason just straight up, I don't know, Halo into the... How did they do that?
Yeah.
How?
Okay, the Halo
I watched
aspect
the
was so
Roughneck
cool.
shows like 3 or 4 times. That show is golden. Even though it's old as dirt, that's a golden show.
Fair enough. Now, leading on to the next question, what is the most hidden gem anime that you would recommend to anybody wholeheartedly?
Project Arms.
Fair. Why?
If you've ever watched the bio-based armored Guyver style shows, you know that is actually a style of shows of the biological weapon.
Bionic
It's one of
Commando.
those shows. Yeah. It's a show from those era, but for some reason it grabbed me by the balls with the competent lead character, the Sasuke but not Sasuke secondary character, and that's how I can describe it. And the animation of the first episode, which was so breathtakingly early 80s pencil, and later on, I swear to you, later on it became one of the most beautifully animated 80s anime I've ever watched.
Fair enough. What about you, Shuji?
Oh,
What would be your most recommended like hidden gem anime that you would recommend to anybody?
anime that I would recommend to anybody? Ooh. That's not something I've really thought of before. I don't normally recommend my friend animes because, well, they're into Grey's Anatomy.
Have you ever found something that it seems only you found it and you enjoy it way too much?
I'm trying to remember the name of that one.
Do you know anything about it? Like, what happens in it?
It was ages ago that I watched it. I watched it in parts on YouTube.
Why does that sound like all the 4chan animes that I've watched, like Bludgeoning Angel, Dokuro-chan?
I fuck you with that shit!
I need to show you
I
Shuji
will
someday.
think about that one because I will get back to you on that. I'm going to think
Fair.
about this one.
For me, I have. For me, it's a mixed bag of which I would recommend as a hidden gem, because I can't I can't recommend Gyakko Kaiji, aka Ultimate Survivor Kaiji, because everybody knows about that more or less. There's also the Akagi, which is the mahjong version of that. I can't recommend that either because people know it. It's inevitably gonna happen if you watch Kaiji. But it would be Rainbow.
How to be mahjong. Rainbow
Rokubo no, what was it? Rokubo no Shizan or something like that. It is a story of, if I remember correctly, 7 kids in early Japan, like modern Japan, who end up in a juvenile prison because of multiple circumstances. One of them gets accused of murder, the other one gets accused of stealing and all that jazz, fraud and whatnot. And it tells the beautiful story of how they try and survive there, but it's also extremely horrific because the doctor who is in that place is a old man who has a Hitler stash. He's a diddler.
Oh boy!
And he violates the kids immediately upon the start with a glass baton during a cavity search. And
At least did he use lube?
No, dry. It is a completely fucked up anime, but it has a beautiful story because as soon as you get further and further into it, it's supposed to go through these horrific topics and it actually made me feel bad watching it, but it gripped me very tightly. It is such a good anime at the end of the day.
So what you're saying, mate, this is Shawshank Redemption, the Diddler anime. Got it.
Even better because it has also fucking Hajime no Ippo in it.
Fuck you.
Boxing becomes an integral part of it.
So, I don't know if it's like a hidden gem or anything, but I don't have many friends that have watched it either that I can immediately call to mind, and it's both Soul Eater and Fire Force. I recommended those 2 animes to a lot of friends, and they've really enjoyed them. I don't think it's a hidden gem, and I know they're fairly popular.
Soul Eater is nowadays considered a hidden gem.
Yeah,
it does.
I really enjoyed Soul Eater. It was fun.
I think yes, but I think the opening song has a life of its own. It has a fucking South Park rendition.
Yes, because fucking Fire Force is way too new to be considered a hidden gem.
Yeah, but I don't think that many people know about it. Sushi, have you ever seen the South Park rendition of the Soul Eater opening?
I don't watch South Park stuff, so no.
There is an opening that is literally, it's all the characters in the Soul Eater opening drawn in the South Park style.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really partake in South Park, but it's
just a neat tidbit.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
There is also a Soul Eater side story. I don't know if it's made by the same studio, same guy, same people, because it looks way too generic anime-ish, but there is a Soul Eater side story. Anime.
But you want to know one thing I really, really enjoyed about Fire Force? Not the blatant obvious fan service that's in there. That's pretty tragic. The sound effects for when they're fighting.
Fair.
When they're fighting all the fire elementals, and he's just like, sorry, I'm stealing your technique, punches him in the chest, and like, my whole room vibrated because I had my surround sound set up going. My room shook with that one. I'm like, oh, that was cool.
Sound design at its finest.
I think...
That's how you do sound design.
Fire Force is a little bit weird because I think Arthur should have been a hell of a lot more cringe than he is.
It's also different because if you read the manga, he's a completely different character based than the anime one.
Oh, really?
Yes, because the mangas change their personalities somewhat, and it becomes more evident how he's a lot more uppity and snarky than what he is in the anime, because of course they have to change some stuff for it to be fitting for those, you know, for the people who watch it. It's the same reason why Dandadan is not the same as the manga.
Okay, now it's my question.
God damn it, Shuji. Play the intermission.
It's me too.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Oh, that thing. Okay, now my question is, which one is your guys' favorite slice of life comedy.
Have I even watched any of those?
Oh boy!
So, wait.
Why did you look at your butt at me with a, well, actually?
Stuff like Chobits, Darker Than Blue,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Lighthearted romantic
that's like
comedy.
not my
slash
genre. That's not the genres I watch.
Understandable.
I'm
Like
into my action and adventure and stuff like that. I don't really want slice of life.
you have. You've watched Nokotan. My
That
dear
was
friend
stupid.
Nokotan.
That wasn't slice of life.
It is technically.
that
It
is-
is.
no.
It is. It's
It
part of
is.
Slice of Life.
Well, then that would be the only one I can immediately think of. So my dear friend Nokotan, because that was purely just brain rot, and I lost
It
so
is,
many brain
and
cells
it's
watching
still
that.
funny.
That is a good answer.
But for me, it will be Lucky Star forever.
Fuck yeah.
My absolute favorite all-time anime that I will still go back
I'll
to
watch
is
that.
Lucky Star. I actually okay. So here's the creepiest part about this whole thing. I
wait,
have
Slice of
a
Life.
T-shirt that came with the limited edition Lucky Star TV box that has the uniform printed on it. It's just stupid as fuck, but it's one of my fucking favorite things ever. And yes, I actually have the box all the way up there. I'm still staring at it. It is
I have a
such
good,
a good
question
one.
for next as well.
Yeah, but what is yours, Whack?
Mine have to be a little bit of a weird show called The Lovely Complex.
All right.
Lovely Complex is a comedic love story about this couple where it's about complexes of heights. So the girl character really wants to date tall boys, nice guys. However, she's tall as shit.
Amazon.
While the boys, the boy really love taller, cuter girls, but he's short as fuck. And they made a couple, and the funny part is they become a couple like the quarter part of the show, and all after that it's about them making it work. I love stories which are not ending, and the final goal is that we became a couple and everything went happily ever after. Fuck that. Show me the weird shit that happens between after they realize they have feelings for each other. I want to see them making sure that it works.
Fair. Yeah. What's your
Sushi, you have
question?
a question?
What is an anime or animated movie that made you cry? Or brought out a lot of
boy.
emotional feelings?
Fairy Tail.
Oh boy, I have a shit ton of those.
Oh gosh, Sleep, you emotional bastard.
Hey, I went on a roller coaster of emotions back then. Okay, shut the fuck up. But Whack, do you have one?
Fairy Tail. Fucking Fairy Tail.
All right, I'm out.
I'm out. That's enough
I'm
for
joking.
me.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Here's the reason. Fairy Tail has a really, really, really good use of sad music with the sad parts, and all of the characters have so fucked up tragic backstories that when they jerk the fucking tears, it's a goddamn waterfall.
Fair enough. What is yours, Shuji?
Yeah. Your name.
Never watched that, but I heard of it.
Is that hold on?
That one was.
Hold on. That's the one where they can only communicate by writing something on them, right?
They can. So it's like the switch between the boy and the girl, and they're trying to like communicate, and they want to meet each other. And it's like it's really, really wholesome. It has a really good story, and then the ending just kicks you in the guts for no reason.
Aww. Oh boy.
Like it is the only anime / animated movie that I can immediately call to mind because I was with Scarlett when I was watching this. We were watching it together, and she had to legitimately give me a hug afterwards. That broke me.
Aw, that's wholesome.
Completely and utterly broke me. It's the only one that I can think of that has actually brought tears. Because I'm not an emotional person. That one was brutal.
Watch Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, I watched that one. I didn't feel much towards it, to be honest.
I never want to watch it. I avoid it like a plague.
Yeah,
But
it's a
what
very
was-
sad story. For me, the one that brings me to tears every time, and this is not because it's sad or anything, because you just asked what made you emotional, right?
Yeah, it's what made you emotional. Not inherently sad, but brought out a lot of emotions.
Redline.
Really?
Every time I hear that last song from Redline, the Redline Day song, I start bawling like a fucking little kid because that last scene, when you're watching the entire show from start to finish, you are all pumped up, hyper, and everything else. The music's going on, it's fucking action. You see the cars going on. Sweet JP driving his fucking badass. I forgot what the fuck the car was called. It's so fucking cool. All the characters are weird as shit. You got the fucking weird Japanese dudes who are yelling at the monkey cop, who's a Terminator reference, and then the last fucking sequence where they're driving up that road, he's trying to beat Machine Head while having the chick in his lap, and they finally cross that fucking finish line with an explosion of JP's hair touching the finish line an inch before fucking Machine Head makes it, and then they're just in the air and the music slowly fades into that slow tempo Redline Day song. Fucking hell, gets me crying every time. I watched it with T-Kane. I watched it with T-Kane. He heard me bawling. It was so fucking good. It is so fucking good.
What were we watching and you had tears come to your eyes? That was kind of funny, actually. I was laughing and you were crying. I don't remember what it was. Might have been
Also,
actually.
Might have been.
Special mention with what, I always tell to you that fucking makes me cry like a bitch. You know what I mean.
Crisis Core.
A game. The end of Crisis Core.
We can actually include Final Fantasy into the series because it has a movie, Advent Children, and Crisis Core ties into it as well. We also have the one movie that's a Final Fantasy movie, but not Final Fantasy, which is Spirits Within.
And don't forget the Dark Crystal Final Fantasy TV show.
That too, but we don't talk about that, nor the Kingsglaive ones.
Nope,
because
we
the
don't.
Kings,
Okay, what?
they didn't finish them off.
Okay, what is a movie or anime that you know about, saw bits and pieces of it, maybe want to watch one day, but oh dear lord, this is gonna be a good shit when I sit down and watch it. For me, it's Wolf Children.
All right. It could even be something that hasn't come out yet, but you've just seen trailers and stuff.
Apothecary Diaries.
Fucking really, oh god, I just watched that before I came here. Fucking really good.
I've
Stellar
had nothing
choice,
but
Sushi,
high
stellar choice.
recommendations for it. I just haven't
Yes.
had the time to sit my butt down and watch it.
Fair enough.
I got too many other things to do.
Sushi, I say this with the best intention of my heart. Watch it dubbed. The dub is amazing, and the highest definition you can find. Hell, I can even send a link to sleep and send
I
you.
have Crunchyroll. I can watch it on Crunchyroll.
Hell
Good.
yeah.
Watch it the highest definition you can because it's breathtaking. The show is amazing. Sleep.
For me, it's going to be Gachi Akuda.
What is that? I don't know,
Gachi Akuda
unfortunately.
it is based on the story of a young guy who lives on this sky island, basically with the sky people. They're completely normal, like, people and stuff, but they dump all the unnecessary garbage that they have off the edge, and it just falls into the, below the clouds. And it tells the story of him. He's called Rudo. His father gets murdered, and he gets accused of being the murderer, so he gets thrown off the fucking thing straight down into the garbages. And he has to learn how to live with the people there and everything else while trying to find a way back to the Sky Island to prove that he's not the murderer, and it goes completely insane. It is upcoming, and it will be in the next season of animes that's coming.
Okay.
You know what else is coming out in the next season of animes that I am stoked for?
What?
Devil May
Devil
Cry.
May Cry.
Fuck
Yes. Hey,
Who
the
is it?
fucking Limp Bizkit opening sold me already.
Okay,
And
this ties into this. Yeah, go on.
So, do you know this little rumor that's going around based on Limp Bizkit and Devil May Cry?
Nope.
Do you?
No?
Okay, so there is a rumor that wherever Limp Bizkit is played, Fred Durst has to act as himself in it.
Oh, no, yeah, I've heard that one.
which is a possibility that we might see Fred Durst in fucking Devil May Cry, which might actually be fucking badass. He would fit so well.
Okay.
Fair enough.
By the way, speaking of
Okay.
it, we apparently have Evanescence making a song for it as well. Or at least has a song from Evanescence in it.
Wow.
And I swear if
Evanescence
it's Bring Me
got
to
out
Life, I
okay,
will
where
fucking
she
kill
was
them.
for the last fucking 20 years.
Bring me to life.
Yeah. I fucking...
Damn, we're going back to our emo phases with this one.
It better be old Evanescence and not new Evanescence.
Sushi, it's fucking Devil May Cry. Of course it's gonna be old. What else could it be?
Which is
Devil May
good.
Cry.
We're gonna watch that and instantly all like dye our hair black, get new piercings.
Why would I dye my hair black? It's already black.
Okay,
Oh,
question.
I'm dyeing my hair dark red anyway, so.
I can't go any more golf or emo from this. I have all my black clothes on already and I'm fucking sweating.
I have my black clothes on already and I have all my piercings on. they don't leave.
My hair's just gonna grow 5 sizes longer.
I'm gonna dye your hair pink.
I dare
fucking
you.
bunch of emo.
I will.
I will crush you with gigantic titties.
I don't see that as a threat.
Anyways, you had a question?
Yes. What is an anime or show or something that from the trailers you were hyped, then you realized, oh, this is shit.
Mashal.
Oof. Ow, right in the feels.
Yo, that is. Oh, that is. Oh, that's a. Oh.
The first
Oh,
season
fuck.
starts out with such high fucking peak. Second season starts as soon as I heard the opening theme. Shit. Just shit. It ruined my entire fucking thing with it. It was so bad. Shushi loves it.
Which one was
I
the
hate
second
it.
season OP?
It's from Creepy
Bang
Nuts.
Boom.
Yeah. The Bling Blang song.
Bling bang boom.
That song
Bang,
became
bang,
such a
boom.
meme.
It's
I was
so
like,
shit. It is literally, if I would jump on that and that has springs, it is literally the sound of two. It's the sound of an e-boy and an e-girl on the bed.
It doesn't fit the fucking martial.
It
doesn't fit the
doesn't?
martial
The
theme.
lyrics don't fit it. The story doesn't fit it. It doesn't fit the character of Mashal. Mashal is a innocent young boy who's dumb as fuck.
Also, I heard
Also cream
that
puffs.
some like the fucking
Cream puffs, huh?
musicians were waxing their nuts on it because they loved it so much and they thought it came from a deep place of inspiration and shit like that. I don't know where, but I heard that somewhere. It was so. You fucking.
I mean, it was Creepy Nuts' breakthrough. Let's be honest here, because after that, what they worked on was Dan Da Dan, and that's a fucking beautiful opening.
Okay, Sushi, you were saying?
I'm trying to think of one. I don't watch many trailers because I don't like how many spoilers trailers like to hand out.
To twist that around, a anime that people recommend you because that is technically like a trailer, and then it turns out to be shit.
Ah, Tokyo Ghoul.
Good job.
That is. Okay, yes, but. Okay,
Season
for
1 or
me,
season 2?
Okay, for me, this is.
I've never watched
more...
any of them because I've had them too over-recommended. I have actually watched the trailer. I did not like the trailer. I don't like the premise of the anime, but my friends keep recommending it to me, even though I've already said I'm not going to watch it.
Speaking of, Dead by Daylight released the Kaneki fucking DLC.
I saw
Jesus
that.
Christ. Okay, for me, it's not a well-known anime. It's a handyman reincarnated in another world. Because at the time, I really loved some isekai stories, especially the ones where some random dude in his 30s gets reincarnated and his real-life skills were actually relevant. One of my favorites is the unlikely hero saves the kingdom with the power of administration or something. A really good one where a college student gets called in another world, and because he has a college degree in administration, he basically reinforced the kingdom with administration, and that was a really good anime. High on the top heels of that came this one, Handyman something reincarnated in another world. I was like, ooh, this looks interesting, I cannot wait because it has the premise that I love. Show itself sucked monkey balls.
Fair enough. I have an interesting question then. Since we've been like shitting on some animes very highly, what is an anime that you liked that came from somebody who made a shittier anime of it? Like, let's say you have, like, for example, Naruto, but they have another series that goes on from them. Is there one like that?
You mean Naruto and Boruto?
Yeah, stuff like that. Or like you have Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and so on. Because technically you don't put them together. Or
Sort of
like,
shittier spin-off.
it could even, like, just from the same studio. So you have Trigger, for example, with Inferno Cop, Space Patrol, Luluco, and so on. BNA and all that jazz. Like, what is a show that you can talk of that you hate, but then it turns that you like something else that tries to do the same?
This is not something I hate, but... Okay, this is gonna be a weird one. I just watched a video about this anime, and I realized that the studio that made this worked on something that I didn't say I liked when I was younger, but it certainly grabbed my attention with its really interesting use of characters. Give me a sec here. Which one was that anime?
Because I have a very simple one for this, personally.
You go ahead until I search for this one.
Like we were shitting on Attack on Titan, because I fucking hate that fucking show. However, they made a better show called Campfire of the Iron Fortress.
Oh, that was an interesting one.
I like Campfire, actually. I like the premise of it. I like the fact that it went to a complete different territory than, for example, you have Tokyo Ghoul with the ghouls. You have Campfire, and it deals with the undead as well and the ghoulification of a human. But he's keeping himself human by, you know, making sure that he's, like, choked out completely so he cannot go further. And he's trying to keep the train safe from the monsters that are attacking it while they're trying to make it to the fortress. It's an actually decent anime from the creators of Attack on Titan. In my opinion.
So,
I mean, one of mine is fairly easy as well. I'm gonna lean into Studio Trigger here, because they've made, like, quite a lot of my favorite animes, including, like, Kill la Kill, BNA, and then Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I learned the other day that they made Delicious in Dungeon. I did not actually like that anime. I got really weird vibes from it, and couldn't really enjoy it.
There you go.
It's a weird, it's a weird vibe anime. It's a really good anime, but it takes a certain way to get into it. It's not where
I just couldn't get
totally
into
understand.
it. It wasn't for me, so I was like, oh, that's that. Normally, I really like Studio Trigger.
Yeah, it's old school D&D. It's old school D&D, but with cooking. That's
it's like playing Baldur's Gate 3 versus Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
More like Neverwinter Nights 1.
I'm saying Baldur's Gate because Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were action RPG games that you played, and Baldur's Gate 3 went back to D&D.
Okay, so mine is... So the studio made something when I was younger. I loved the design of it, which was pretty cute. It's a magical girl show with black and white looking magical girls. It looks really interesting. It has interesting stories. Again, I loved the design of it. And a few years ago, they released Gushing Over Magical Girls.
Fair enough. Sounds about right.
Which, if you don't know what it is, it's underage girl becoming a BDSM villainess who weirdly tortures the hero magical girls. Yikes.
Seems about right.
Have you got an I feel statement for that one, Sleep?
I feel like I need to go through that wall.
I feel like I need to go this direction.
Just backs away.
It's a show that exists. And apparently it's getting a second season, for fuck's sake.
Alright. So what is a show that you like a lot, but you will never recommend to somebody else?
Ooh. So it depends on the friend and who I'm recommending it to, but one I can like I have friends who have been like, "Oh, what anime have you watched recently?" And it's one that I can't recommend to them because they obviously don't know who like I am, you know, when I'm like in VR and stuff. It would be B&A. I can't recommend that to like many people at all.
Okay, you guys gonna throw stones at me for this, but it's a hear me out. Monster Musume.
I will make sure you become Kobe beef.
Shut the fuck up! It's not because of that. Not because of the weird pervy shit. It's because the main character the main character becomes in so many fucking scenes the faceless hentai protagonist, and I found that funny as hell. It is so fucking funny that the main character becomes the faceless hentai protagonist. They made this as a self-insert bullshit. Holy crap, this is funny as hell. This is fucking funny as hell.
Noise. For me,
But yeah,
Honestly.
Monster Musume is pure as garbage. Like it's garbage.
Well,
one
you know,
that...
I have a better one for mine as well.
Go ahead.
High School DxD.
Yeah, I'm going to kill you right here now. Why the fuck did you watch that shit?
A friend recommended it to me.
I couldn't stand the
So
first
I
3
was
minutes of that
new
show.
to the anime scene. I had only just kind of arrived here, and my friend's like, "Oh, you should watch High School DxD." I didn't know what it was, so I went to the site that I used to watch to like start watching anime, and yeah, well, let's not elaborate on that story.
You know,
Okay.
fair enough.
I have one. Okay, from High School DxD, I have one. What is a show that you look at it
You
and
didn't
say, "What
sleep
the
answer."
fuck is this shit?"
Like, you need to answer the previous question. Never answered yours.
Yeah. Mine would... If I had to choose one that I won't recommend to anybody, it would most likely be Dog and Kirill. I don't recommend it. Dog and Kirill. I forgot what the full name is, but it's basically a show where the dude they become detective duo at a agency while they fight off weird dudes who are using, I think it was some kind of drugs to turn into monsters, and the dudes have to use a gun that they then mix chemicals on the fly to shoot a special bullet to stop them. And I have
That actually
two
sounds kind of
keychains.
interesting.
I have 2 keychains of them. I don't recommend the show because there's better ones out there, honestly, very better ones. And I personally like it. I like the music and everything else, but I can't recommend it to anybody because it's just not something that people would watch normally.
I would watch that. That actually kind of sounds cool.
Go right ahead.
It sounds like zombie something. You know, when the two
Yeah,
zombie
but it's not
X
zombie stuff. But it's like the same
show
idea.
Zombie X Zombie, I think that was the name.
Yeah, some. Is that the one where it's the schoolgirls that are like zombies, or the idols?
No. I think that's Idol Zombie. Zombie X Zombie. I think it was 2 guys who became zombies. They hate each other, but they have to clear like task for this detective agency. And this one girl finds out. Things ensue. The 2 guys hate each other, but they have to work together. Otherwise, they both die.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, what was the quest that you asked?
Also, I will be RB.
Roger that.
What is an anime that you looked at it and say, what the fuck is this?
That's a very good one. But at the same time, that's also a very easy one because I can easily just go Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan.
Yeah, but not in a good way, but no, what the fuck? For me, it's I Can.
It is still gonna be Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan.
Hold on, have you ever seen I Can?
I can, nah.
Hold on. I'm gonna send you an image, and you will immediately see what the fuck I'm talking about. Just off of this one image.
Alright. I have seen this somewhere before. Yes, I saw the oversized
A
body
very,
proportions.
Yes, a very, very famous image of this show is this. More like infamous.
Let's see. Is it gonna be the one that I think of? Nope, it's not the one I was thinking of. I find that just to be funny. That's just fucking funny looking.
Yeah, but come on, like, what the fuck? Who the fuck designed this? Why? Like, why?
I can't say I'm surprised at that because a lot of the stuff that I watched and read back in the day were so fucking weirdly, like the proportions and everything else. And also, I found out that I was reading some of the, like, you know, the boys love comics and mangas at the time, and you know how old school yaoi hands are. Do you?
Big, spindly.
Yes, the proportions are completely and utterly fucked. Which was funny at the time. But for me, the only reason I can say Dokuro-chan is because there's a couple of infamous pictures. For example, the one where the face twists into this whole, like, ghoulish, gray-looking face because the angel is about to have diarrhea. Because the fucking halo was stolen. And also
yeah,
because of
I
the
know.
Hitler picture.
What Hitler picture?
So they explained that the main dude. So this is going to be spoiler territory, but it's so fucking old. If you haven't watched it by now, you're missing out. It's no 4chan anime, basically. 4chan recommended it very heavily. The main dude is from, in the other timeline, has become basically Hitler and has his own harem world. And it's completely fucked. It is so fucked looking and so wrong. Go to jail very fast now. So the angels come to the fucking normal world to stop him from becoming that.
Because the only Hitler picture that I can think of that is weird is the weird, cute Hitler picture from, fucking... You just sent me the OP of that, Drifters.
Oh yeah, that's also cool, because he was basically the first drifter. So he was the first one who actually arrived in that other world.
Which is fucking weird.
Yeah, but it also gets even funnier here, since we're on the topic of talking about the great German leader who wears a funny mustache, because he appears in a manga series that I forgot what the hell it was called, but he's basically called Super Aryan Hitler.
I think I heard of this.
Yes, it's where every single nation leader is playing mahjong to try and, like, win the war or something like that. So you have, for example, Putin with his great Baltic fleet, you have Obama, you have Kim Jong-un, and of course Hitler shows up normally, and then he becomes Super Aryan Hitler for some fucking reason. I forgot why.
Have you ever heard of air gear?
Yes.
Do you know what they did with Obama with that one?
What?
In the manga. Obama gets trapped in the body of a little Japanese girl for a bit. In the manga.
That's such funny as fuck.
Yep. Air gear. Fucking air gear.
Fucking Air Gear did that? That's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yep.
God. That is fucking hilarious. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Oh, is he taking a dump or what the fuck is he doing?
I don't know.
Well, whatever he's doing things. It's
Oh, for fuck's
fine.
sake, give me a sec.
Welcome back.
I was refilling my drink bottle.
Understandable. God. Animes are weird and so are mangas.
Yeah, if you're telling me.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a question, Shushi?
Not right on the spot, but I can probably think of something.
Because I have a good one.
Oh, go
Oh,
on.
hit me.
So, going off the old topic of something doing better, is there an anime that has a long-running series and then there's basically a bootleg version of it that does things either better or equally as good?
You know I mentioned that in the weekend, fuckface. You know I mentioned that. You remember, I fucking nerded out with Jaggy on that, and you were there. You heard what it's my opinion, but go on. Sushi, ladies first.
I'm trying to think of one.
Well,
Which
you can say
version
it.
that does it better.
Rosapan is the better Evangelion.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. For me, it's a funny little thing because I think Wangan Midnight is equally as good as Initial D and MF Ghost. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but it's because, first of all, MF Ghost is supposed to be the track racing anime, and then you have Initial D, which is the Togue, aka mountain drifting anime, and then you have Wangan, which is the highway racing one. And all of them share the same badass thing, which is the soundtrack is super good. They all have a game based on them because MF Ghost is basically the follow-up to Initial D, so it has a game already. And the stories are also told beautifully because Initial D, you know, Takumi has no interest in cars and he slowly gets more and more interested in it. Wangan Midnight is the dude finds basically a cursed car and falls in love with it, the Devil's Z, because the car ends up constantly in accidents because it's hard to drive. And MF Ghost is, well, MF Ghost.
Never watched either of them, so at some point I need to. But okay.
Yeah, and the musics
I don't
are
even think I have
badass.
one.
It's a niche question because it's very hard to basically say it, but it's like, the best way I could describe it, if I would have to like explain it, is like you have Mashal versus Harry Potter.
Yes.
Or Overlord versus Irene Crime-Eated as a slime.
Yeah,
Well, I've seen reincarnated as slime, but not Overlord.
fair enough. Overlord is one of those animes that is, it's fun to watch the first season, and then it slowly just kind of drags on and becomes worse and worse over time.
While slime is just a constant uphill climb.
Yeah, if you enjoy that style.
Actracer. It's literally Actracer.
Pretty much.
Actracer
So,
was a game for the Super Nintendo, which one part is a side scroller, the other part is a city builder.
alright. Here's a very fun question. What anime, in your opinion, that you've watched or heard of, that has the biggest, like, saddest ending, or something where it ends shittily?
Oof.
Saddest ending. Oh boy.
Problem is, a lot of the animes that I watch haven't ended yet.
Well, of the ones that you know then, that have ended. Which one has the, basically the worst or saddest ending or something like that?
Hit us with yours, and then we have some time to think.
Basilisk. And Basilisk is a story of two clans in, you know, Japan, and the clan heads actually love one another, and they're trying to get married so that the clan feud would fucking end, because the dudes are basically killing one another, and slowly during the show, they are all acting like they support one another, and like the clans are trying to work together, but in reality, they're slowly assassinating one another, and at the end, when the two are about to be married, they die together.
That's just an unsatisfying ending.
Yes, but it's so fulfilling at the same time, and also part of my cursed era of anime where every anime I watched had a shit ending like Erko Proxy and Gungrave. Because Gungrave ends the same way.
It's not an anime, it's an animation, and
Close enough.
For me, it doesn't end well. It's not the ending that I would have asked for, and it's Legend of Korra. It
Fair
doesn't
enough.
end well. Like, I loved the story of Legend of Korra. I'm in a niche here, I know. I know a lot of people don't like Legend of Korra.
Hey, I love Legend of Korra. You're not in the niche.
Yeah, I know it's a niche. Like, it's kind of hated, but oh well, I think it's overhated. I really liked
That's
it, and then it got to the ending, and it's like you've got the final like spirit portal, and then it's like Korra and Asami walk into it, and it ends, and I'm like, really? That's it? You're not going to do anything about like the dramatic stuff that just happened? They didn't wrap it properly.
Fair.
Didn't wrap up properly. They just kind of really abruptly ended it with a relationship that kind of came out of nowhere.
Basically,
I'm
budget
like, okay,
ending.
well, sure.
Okay, this is going to sound a little bit weird. There's a lot of anime with shit ending. There's a lot of anime with abrupt ending. There's a lot of anime with everything ends. Here's the thing, I like the ending of it, but I do think it's kind of a wet fart compared to where the anime started, and it's the ending of Vinland Saga.
I've never watched Vinland
Because-
Saga for some reason. I don't remember why.
I've never watched that, but I know the name.
Same. There's also a few good worlds in VRChat for it.
So the first season is a highly action-packed, like strong, etc., like really, really bloody seinen. And second season is farmland. I'm tending to a farm and slowly getting myself better, building myself up. And he just goes home. He just returns home. Mommy doesn't even recognize him for a while, etc. Like, I don't know, but it feels like a little bit of a wet fart.
So it basically just builds up this entire thing only for the dude to basically retire and go home.
Wow, that sounds intriguing.
No, here's the thing. It's not bad because it's basically when you have I get it where it comes from, because it's basically you have war trauma and how you deal with it, and then go back living a life, and that's what's the show about. But again, like seeing how Thorfinn, the main guy, was this fucking ass-kicking badass motherfucker, and then at the end he's just a wet fart. He doesn't even throw a punch, nothing. Nope, he just stays there and standing because Daddy was a great warrior who realized that not fighting is the best way of fighting. Fuck me, yes. Like really, like I get where you're going with this, but fuck, this anime had so many great things going for it. It had amazing music, animation that was stellar, characters like fucking Loki. Oh dear God, Loki, the main bad guy for the first season, was such an amazing bastard. Oh man,
You look like you have something to say.
No, I'm just thinking.
You're thinking.
And listening to music.
Fair enough. Wait, that's actually a good question. What is the best anime in your opinion that has the best music?
Ooh.
Back.
Fair. That is completely and utterly fair. Or rather, let's change it up a tiny bit. Either the best music or is the best music anime. Because Beck is about music at the end of the day.
I don't think I've watched any music anime. Like, not like a musical anime. That's not quite my style.
Yeah. But what has the best music
good
in your
music in
opinion in your animes?
Honestly, as far as I watched, it might not be the best, but the most intriguing is Mashal Season 1.
Good pick.
Fair.
Okay, I know this is gonna kind of like sound bad, but it is a soundtrack that I did enjoy quite a lot of the music from. And it is Demon Slayer. They have good intros and outros.
Yep, they
Fair
do.
enough.
That, or Sword Art Online, because Crossing Field by Lisa is elite.
Fair enough. Try and guess what mine is.
It's gonna be Initial D.
You're a fucking music nerd. How the fuck would we guess it?
Try and guess. And no, it's not Initial D, surprisingly.
Okay, best music anime is Beck. For a long shot, we already know this. Your favorite is Beck as well.
Nope.
It can be Your Lie in April.
I like Beck, but it's not my favorite music anime. I'll give you a little hint. It's based on the color as well that I have.
If I haven't seen it, I don't know.
Detroit Metal City.
I have not watched that. I only seen clips of it, but oh dear lord,
Go
that show is
watch
fucking...
it and watch the live action as well. It has Lemmy Kilmister in the live action.
I don't... It looks so cringe. I watched
It
a few
is
episodes of it and
so
it's cringe.
fucking good. Holy fuck,
But
I
it's
love how
cringe as
stupid
hell.
it is. I don't give a damn. It is
Also,
so good
I
musically.
have another anime to add to this that had an absolutely amazing opening.
Huh?
Oshinoko.
Oshinoko?
Yeah,
Which one is that?
it's a singer. It's all about a singer. But the opening to it is Yoasobi Idol.
You're a
One of
Yoasobi fan.
my like favorite, yes, and an Edo fan. But I don't like
Fair
One
enough.
Piece, so I'm not going to vouch for that song that
Yeah.
Edo did for it. But
'Cause-
Yoasobi did Idol for it, and I've watched a couple of episodes of Oshinoko, and it is actually good.
Yeah, because Detroit Metal City is 100%. It is my favorite music anime purely because of how fucking weird the story at the end of the day is, since it tells the story of a dude who wants to be a pop idol singer. He wants to write pop songs, but ends up being dragged into a death metal band as the lead
And
singer
being
and
really
guitarist.
good at it.
Yes! And if we're talking pure soundtrack, while I would love to say that it's Initial D, or Wang at Midnight, or MF Ghost, I really can't say it is that. I would have to give it to Afro Samurai.
Oh, that's fair.
Because it has to build...
OST so far.
Yeah, it has to build a mood. So, basically the closest one that you might have watched is Samurai Champloo.
I watched... No. I watched Afro Samurai. I don't remember the music.
Oh, fair enough, because it builds the world so beautifully into the soundtrack that it doesn't feel abrupt. Well, Initial D, the music is great, yes, but outside of the scenes where you're racing, you're not paying attention to the music, basically. It's not
Hold on,
memorable.
I will give... Hold on. I will give one more just for best scene building when it comes to music. It's not anime, but it's samurai themed. Can you guess which one is it?
Samurai Jam. Bakumatsu Rock.
Jack. No,
Oh, Samurai Jack? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the rape
Don't
party?
forget, it only uses... No. It uses only almost the music to build up the whole atmosphere.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you were going to reference the actual episode and scene where Samurai Jack goes to a rape party and has to start dancing in there. With a pacifier in his mouth.
That's funny, but no. I'm just saying that when it comes to building with music, Samurai Jack is the best because it only has to work with music.
Oh, if we're talking about a scene that incorporates the music beautifully, that would have to be Samurai Jam Bakumatsu Rock in that case, because seeing Sakamoto Ryoma as a samurai rock guitarist losing his clothing as he plays for his soul is funny and cool. Also, the music slaps.
Samurai Jam, Bakamutsu Rock.
Yep.
Would you believe when I say I saw the first 3 episodes of this?
Yes. Because I most likely made you watch it at some point.
Nope. I watched it when it came out.
Fair enough. I watched the entire thing. I loved it from start to finish, and I also played the PSP rhythm game.
I need to watch this because for some reason I dropped it, maybe because I don't remember the name, but I love that it's basically, yes, it's Japanese, the old school, historical bullshittery people just with rock instruments.
Fair enough. Here's also a question. This is going to be a hard one, actually, to answer. What is a anime that has a game where either the game is better than the anime, or the anime is better than the game?
Persona.
Which one's better, anime or game?
I prefer the anime over the game.
Fair.
Valkyria Chronicles.
Also completely fair.
Because the anime takes the main girl and makes her an anime fucking bitch. While the game
Fair.
is just good. The anime can go fuck itself. I had
God
to drop
Eater.
the anime. I never... Yeah.
Oh,
God
real.
Eater. It's a straight up God Eater. I love the games. I love the anime. I think the anime does it better in terms of telling a story. Because God Eater's the game kind of just, you know, it's very abrupt. The story is great. I love the characters and everything else. I think the anime does it a bit better. Although it's only maybe 5 to 10% of the first game's story. And there's some changes which are kind of weird.
Have you ever watched an anime and play the game because you watched the anime?
Technically, I can answer that for like a World and VR chat because I've wanted. Fleem's gonna know because we just did this the other day. Went to Project Anchored because I love Sword Art Online. Well, loved Sword Art Online. So yes, Sword Art on. I played the game Project Anchored because of Sword Art Online.
I still love the Abridged series. That is still gold.
That
Now,
was actually a super hard question because technically yes and no at the same time. Dot Hack would have to be one that I watched first and then wanted to play the game, but at the same time Dragon Ball has the same thing.
True, that does actually.
Yeah, and also there's one more. Ragnarok Online.
I watched the anime of that, but that's not what I want to choose. I'm choosing Star Ocean.
Completely fair as well. That's completely fair.
The second Star Ocean game had a really weird anime that goes until the halfway point of the game, basically.
I can't say Phantasy Star Online because I think the anime came after the game. I don't remember.
Well, it doesn't depend, but again, it's if you have watched the anime and played the game because of the anime.
Yeah, in that case, it's either Dot Hack, Ragnarok Online, or Dragon Ball.
How did I only just find this out? This is a Bayonetta anime?
Yes. There's also an older fucking Devil May Cry anime as well.
Yes, I already knew that. I just had no idea Bayonetta was banned to an anime. That's now on my watch list for later.
Is the Bayonetta anime is the story of the first game, or is it just a side story?
I think it's a recap of like the first game, if I remember correctly.
Because I never played the game, but I watched the movie.
Yeah. Also, side note here: the Bayonetta voice actor can go fuck themselves. Greedy bitch.
What did she do?
Oh yes.
Oh, she basically lied about her contract with the studio and demanded that she get paid more than she was getting, and she lied about how much she was actually getting, and then with the contract leaked, she tried to change her story completely, and now she's basically blacklisted from the voice acting industry.
Yep.
You don't fuck with a studio like that.
She screwed them over.
Especially not with Nintendo.
It wasn't even Nintendo, because if I remember correctly, Bayonetta is Platinum Games.
Yeah, but don't forget, the second one was almost Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah, but that's Nintendo. That Nintendo's the publisher, not the studio that makes it. Nintendo doesn't handle
the studio, not
you don't fuck
Nintendo.
even Nintendo.
Yeah, but
even if
Nintendo
it's
doesn't
just a
handle
collection.
anything else except for the IP. The actual studio behind it is the one that handles the voice acting and everything else.
It's kind of like Pokemon with Game Freak and Nintendo.
Yeah, and Nintendo had nothing to do with this.
They didn't hire her, it was the studio that hired her.
Yeah. So, good job getting yourself blacklisted from the fucking industry, you fucking dipshit. Never fuck around with contracts.
Especially not Japan contracts, because those things are unforgiving.
They're strict.
Yep.
They're so strict that if you in the future even fuck up, they will go back to the old games and change you out of them.
Yes.
Oh, come on, you are still fucking on that Yakuza shit.
It's
Judgment
the best
shit.
example.
There's a Danganronpa anime?
Yes.
With
Indeed, there
multiple
is.
seasons.
I think there's an AI Insomnium Files one as well.
Watch list.
You have never watched? I love the Danganronpa
played
anime. Never played the
Danganronpa.
games.
I played the games, never watched the animes.
I've never
Anime
played them,
is
never watched them.
good.
I don't like Danganronpa.
I just like the music that plays when the executions are happening. That music goes kind of hard.
I like
it's
Danganronpa,
kinda
the anime. It's a good one.
I had other things to watch that I enjoyed, and that was Alice in Borderland.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that.
The mangas are fucking huge. The first
I know, I saw them in the shop the
the
other
first
day.
manga. Do you know what size like manga books usually are?
Yeah, about this.
Yeah, they're just like that. That's basically the maximum size. The Berserk one is a collection of all the mangas. So Berserk is of course like that fucking thick.
But Berserk is like this.
Yeah, and Alice in Borderland is maybe half of
This.
Berserk. Yeah.
No, see, I've seen the Berserk with all of the, not the Berserk, the Alice in Borderland, but it had all of the light novels included in one book.
Oh yeah, that
book was
one
like
is
this
fucking
thick.
thick. That's like a fucking that's a phone book.
Every
Okay,
promotion of phone book of Alice in Borderland, I'm like, how long is this anime? Oh, it's only 3 seasons. I'll give it a watch.
okay. This is gonna be a weird one, but do you know an Eastern/Japanese book or movie or both that you would rather see as an anime?
Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
I
That's
don't
a
read
fucking
manga,
kingdom.
so I can't answer that one.
Nah, proper Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Sushi, what did you say?
I don't read manga, so I can't answer that one.
No, it's like
But also books.
just a regular book, basically. Any kind of book that's from Eastern or Asian.
Eastern. I don't think I've read any.
Have you ever read the book
I mean, I
or
can think
watched?
of one book series that I would love to be seeing. Like, this is a Western book series, but I would love to see it being turned into like a Japanese or like an anime. And it
Okay.
would be The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games in
Wait,
an
hold
anime
on.
style similar to Borderlands, Alice in Borderlands, would be
Wait a
really
second.
good. What? Yeah,
There
movies,
is.
just not
There
anime.
is.
What?
Yeah.
Battle Royale?
There's a novel/manga called Battle Royale, which has a anime, if I remember correctly, tied to it. Because Hunger Games
it has
plagiarized
a
it.
live action.
It doesn't have an anime, and that was my choice. Battle Royale, the book, the movie, the manga doesn't have an anime.
Yeah, it has a live action movie that has been rated as one of the most horrifying movies to watch because it is so graphic and all of the kids are under 18.
And it's cringy as shit. But the book is amazing.
I haven't read the book, but I have seen it.
Oh, it's such a good book. Oh, fuck me. I read that book when I was 16 or 17. Oh, man, that book was good. That was good eating for me while I read that book. One of my best friends lent it to me. Oh, man, it was a good book.
Technically,
Thanks for bursting my bubble there, buddy.
you're welcome. But technically, there is a couple others as well. I forgot one of their names, but it has a massive series going for it. Goddamn, what the fuck is it called? They have those weird black suits, and they have to participate in death games. And there's this weird bubble-like ball in the middle that they get their weapons and stuff from. God, what the fuck was it called? It was very big and very popular at one point, and now I don't hear anything about it anymore.
Was it an anime?
Yes. What was it? Gantz? Something like that?
You mean... Oh, wait, Gantz?
Yeah, Gantz, whatever the fuck.
Gantz was at mid-2001. Yeah, it was... Yes. It wasn't,
Because
I don't think it was a bad game, but it was...
It had a spin-off, which was where they took samurais and did the same thing, but it was more of a death game at that point.
But yeah, Gantz was big at some point. It was a weird one. Never watched it, but yeah, I remember Gantz.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the same level as your Serial Experiment Lane.
Pretty much. It's a weird, big fucking series that has so much in it, but it then died out completely. Meanwhile, Lane is still prevalent, still getting stuff, which I question a lot.
I think it's because the manga was so weird that nobody wanted to touch it.
Or the fact that Guns was competing with other big guys like Berserk at the time, and got basically overshadowed by, the massive collection of stories that Berserk had to offer, which was more brutal, and then they had the one that had less dialogue, which was called Blame. And Blame, by the way, that's a weird one. The anime was so weird. It was supposed to have almost no dialogue, but they spoke more than the entire manga had. Even the trailer for the anime spoke more than the entire manga did. Yeah. Now, what is an anime that has the best world, in your opinion, that you would like to be in?
Free Ren.
Understandable.
100%. I've been loving the world that they're building in Free Ren.
Sleep?
No, you.
I'm still thinking. What is yours?
Oh boy, it is such a fucking tough one to actually think about what it would be. Because as much as I would like to be in basically... You know what? Fuck it. Shin Megami Tensei. It actually has an anime. But it depends on which Shin Megami we're talking about, because we could also go to the Persona route. I would rather not be in the Persona universe.
I would rather not be in the Persona universe either. That sounds deadly.
Yeah, because if you're not a main character or somebody who knows how the fuck it works, you're screwed. You're basically just dead. While in SMT, you have a chance to fight back because anybody can be a devil summoner.
Oh.
Yes, because so in SMT, depending on which one it is, you either have a demon compendium like armlet, or you have your mobile phone, which you can then use to summon demons and form contracts with. Or you can be like Yakumo, and you can have a goddess, a singular one, tied to you. Or like Devil Summoner Raido, where he throws the tubes to capture things. And normal people still can survive.
Okay, I cannot choose one, but I'm gonna choose multiple, if I can.
Go for it.
Let's see.
What would be your favorite one out of them?
I don't know, because I love different from different things. Like Shangri-La Frontier. I love the world that it's building with its full dive VR stuff. Shangri-La Frontier is amazing. Let's see. When it comes to fantasy,
Oh, I can think of another one as well.
I mean, Black Clover would be a no-brainer because everybody gets a spell there.
I reckon another one, which would also be really cool to be in without a certain side of it, would be, you know, the game from Sword Art Online.
Fair.
Without the you die aspect. If you remove that, that world would be so cool to explore.
That's basically dot hack at that point. Without being on the
I
virus
had three
part.
Okay, I had three answers. One, Shangri-La. Second, Toriko. Because, oh man, the food there. And the third one is, you're gonna hate me for it, but the world of Itataki reviewers.
Isushoku reviewers.
That's the one, yeah.
Interspecies
I have no idea what that
reviewers.
is. Ugh.
It's I've shown you it, Shushi. We laughed at
Have
it.
you?
It's the one
Oh.
where they review different species by going to brothels.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
The funny one.
I love the world. I love how it works. I love the D&D and aspect of it.
Yeah,
And I
because it's
honestly
more
would
than
love to try
just
the
the porn in it.
And also, like, build your own girlfriend, the brothel, and gender bend the brothel. Yes, please.
Slime, gender bend, and also that one place where it... Okay, so I think it's one of the later episodes where they go to that one town and they have the perfect partner for you, basically. Everybody gets the perfect partner.
Oh, God.
That thing tugs
yeah.
your fucking heartstrings. Fuck!
I read the
Oh,
manga.
I
didn't
have a
finish
really
the
good
show,
question
but
for Arthur on this topic.
Okay?
I thought you were gonna fucking roast me for that, but no, you're into it.
Because it's a cool world. It's more than just the porn. If it was V saying it, I would roast them to the hell and back because I know why the fuck they would choose it.
I know B would choose
But
that.
you know me, you know why I would choose it. But, okay,
Yeah,
guys,
but you have some more than just the fucking horns.
My question is, what is your favorite unserious anime that you've ever watched?
Nichijou.
Because I know mine.
Nichijou. My ordinary
Yeah.
day. Yep.
'Cause, mine is Psyche K. I love that anime. It is so goofy. It is so funny. The jokes and the one-liners are just fantastic. And the characters that they have, why do they only have one brain cell? I love it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nichijou is getting a second show called Town. Hell yeah.
I
Honestly,
finished Psyche K the other day, and I'm gonna watch it again now.
okay, there is two answers. There's two answers.
Mhm.
I know it's weird. So answer number one is Great Teacher Onizuke,
Fair?
because fuck yeah. And the second one, I remember laughing my ass off on this show. But it was so many years ago, but I just remember the good laughs I had with it. It's called Level E. I already recommend this to you at one point.
Fair enough. That's a solid pick. And now I have the reverse. What is the most serious anime you've watched?
Ooh.
Serious?
Yes, like actually takes itself seriously or has a serious topic and doesn't joke around. Like there's barely
Parasite
any
the
jokes.
Maximum?
Okay.
Like Parasite the Maximum. Interestingly, it takes itself way too seriously for its premise.
Okay.
I mean, that takes itself too seriously.
Yeah, or very seriously. Not like as in it's bad for it, or rather that it's dealing with a serious topic.
Oh, also by Busser MacGyver.
Honestly,
Fair.
I would have to say the Persona anime because of the hints of like depression and suicide and stuff like that. That digs deep into some very serious topics,
Yeah, Persona...
especially like into like the Persona 3.
Yes, because Persona 3 deals with that completely, while Persona 4 doesn't deal with the depression and suicide, it deals with accepting you for whom you are. It's the fallout of Persona
Yeah.
3. They're dealing with the fallout of it, because
Whereas,
Persona
like,
4 is a direct continuation.
Watching like that, I forgot what that blue-haired guy's name is. The main character.
Makoto.
Yeah, watching him like trying to figure out like where he belongs in the world and just being like, maybe I don't need to be here. And then pulls out the gun ready to just shoot himself. Like, what? That's not normal.
Okay, Sleep. I'm going to not ask a question, but I'm going to recommend an anime. I just thought of what is an anime question. This is a weird one. What is an anime that features a hobby that you like?
Oh, I'll answer that in a bit. But for me, the serious stuff, since we were talking about that would be Ergo Proxy.
Heard of it, never watched it.
Ergo Proxy takes itself serious
I think I
from
watched that
start
one.
to finish, and also has one of the best female protagonists I've ever seen. No big booba, no sluttiness. It's a goth chick, full goth chick, and she's actually
interested.
fucking badass. Riel Mayer, and how she interacts with Iggy, the android that hangs with her, and also Vincent, the immigrant who's trying to just live his life but turns out to be some kind of a bioweapon. It is a very gripping, sad story because some of the things that they both have to face off in that show are dark topics. For example, a family wants to replace their lost child with an android because they can't deal with the loss of their child, but then they also cannot accept the android because it's not their child. And they can't get a refund because Vincent cannot do that because he's an immigrant. And he refused to compromise his position. So he's stuck with that, and then when Real Mayer has to deal with Vincent's fallout and has to choose between killing him and not, it's gut-wrenching. It's super dark. Highly recommend. I enjoyed. As for the hobby
Not
part
my
that you spoke about, well, I have a bunch of hobbies that I extremely enjoy. And to be honest, I can't really choose one over the other because there is technically no correct choice here. I don't have a good choice. I haven't seen Gachi
Hang on.
Yakuda in anime yet because I love the spray painting, but it's not part of it.
I'm gonna say Food Wars because I love cooking as a hobby.
There
And
you go.
watching them cook up some of that food in Food Wars, I was just like, oh, that looks so tasty. And it has inspired quite a few of dishes I've made, including some of my ramen bowls that I've made.
Hell
was
yeah.
because of Food Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried. Oh, hold on. I made the deep fried egg one. Remember the time when the main character just made for the main girl some deep fried eggs, the one that he froze in the
the
freezer.
Scotch eggs. When he made the almost Scotch eggs. Yes, I know that one.
It works. I tried it. It works. You can do it.
It's a real recipe. I have also made them before.
A lot of the stuff in Food Wars is actual recipes that work.
Yeah,
well, everything in Food Wars, especially getting into season 2, they're all real recipes. They are curated by actual chefs to make sure that the logic behind it works. Yeah, they're a bit over exaggerated in the anime, but the dishes are all real. And it's really cool to actually see the preparation.
Food Wars is
and then
such
the chick loses her
weird.
clothes, and it's like, what the
Yeah, Food Wars is such a weird one. Anyway, so mine is, of course, Gundam Build Fighters, because why not? Because Gunpla, but that's not the show that I wanted to recommend you. I just remember the show about board games, After School Dice Club.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a show where a few girls goes to a hobby shop or board game shop, and they play different board games every episode.
Fair enough. That's kind of cool, actually.
And I fucking know that when I was looking at the background of that show, I swear to you, I saw the Witcher board game in the shop.
It's possible. But I just remembered there is one that deals with my hobby that I can choose. Ghost stories. Because it deals with one of my hobbies, which is finding either cursed stories or haunted places and stuff. It is one of my hobbies. And I love doing that, especially through the internet.
Too.
Yeah. And even though we're talking about ghost stories, I am not talking about the original. I'm not talking about the English dub version of ghost stories, which is fucking stupidity incarnate, which is fucking funny.
We're talking about the Japanese version.
Yes, because there's 2 lost episodes from the English dub that you cannot find.
Is that the jump between 10 and 12, where it kind of doesn't make sense anymore?
Yeah, there was two episodes. One of them deals with the river Styx, and the other one deals with the nerd getting stuck in the internet. Those are 2 episodes that were never shown in English, but they have English dubs. But for some reason, those episodes are very hard to find.
They're not showing up in the mainstream, and I don't know why.
I think they just kind of fucked up.
Okay, Sleep, I sent you 3 pictures.
Alright, let me have a quick look. Is it the... Hold on. There's Legacy... Hey, I recognize Colony over there. Okay. That is actually kind of sweet. That looks kind of a sweet anime, but yeah. I don't see The Witcher there.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to recommend you, because if you are into board games, that anime is just up your alley.
To a point.
I think the first... Yeah, the first episode was dealing with cockroach poker.
Fair enough.
Krakenlankenlage poker.
Alright, now here's something. What anime that you have watched deals with something that you fear? Is there an anime that you have watched that actually deals with something that you absolutely fear? Or hate?
First of all, let me think of my fears, because I have a horrifying fear of the ocean. I don't think I've seen an anime based around the ocean.
That's actually a good one.
It's not that I fear, but I don't like gore, so Corpse Party.
Understandable.
I know one of my friends would say Kaiju number 8 because they're terrified of big creatures, but I'm just like, oh.
Oh, Kaiju number 8 is so good, though.
Finally has a main character over the age of 30. What is he, 42?
Yes, and 30,
yeah.
No, 37 or something. But yeah, it's so good. I love it. I love it. I really hope season 2 will come out soon, because it's such a good show.
I like that I asked that
deals.
question, and then I'm wondering, like, what is something that I absolutely fucking fear, but then I remember what it is.
Oh dear lord,
Like
what
my
is it?
only actual true fear is like being lost in the ocean. And I don't think there's an anime based for that, at least that I've seen.
There's a few. I think there's just one that's literally called Blue. But regardless, that's like, is there something that you hate that is then in an anime, or based on it?
Fan service. So High School DxD.
Looks in the mirror. Yeah, fan service. Looks in the mirror.
What's wrong with my outfit?
Hey, at least they have pants.
Yeah.
Why am I okay? Why is this so consistent? I'm always getting dissed for this avatar.
No
It's
idea.
so extreme.
But for me,
Fine, I'll put that on.
It's fine, Shushi. It's fine. I'm just being a bastard.
if I had to choose, it would be literally Ultimate Survivor Kaiji. The absolute horror of being constantly betrayed by others around you, and also one of the final challenges where he has to walk on a electrified pole between two skyscrapers with no gear helping him whatsoever, and then the ear-shattering drill where he has to wager his blood and his ear and everything else, and the drill keeps getting closer and closer to his eardrum.
I would say yeah, I would also say the self-mutilation.
Yeah, but like,
Kaiji is hardcore.
it is, but also very fucking good because it tells a good story about how far are you willing to go to try and solve your problems.
Also, season 2 is basically a pachinko machine from L.
Yes, and I love it.
Still have to watch that one.
Highly
Man.
recommend. Also the Akagi. Now, what is the most chillest, relaxing anime you have ever watched?
Ooh, Flying Witch.
Oh?
Yeah,
How so?
Flying Witch. The animation style has this mellow, washed out colors. The music is chill. The characters have this laid back, rural personality, and the stories are adorable snippets of life.
Okay.
It never feels that the story is on a time track to hurry up. You never feel that you're being rushed. It feels like a nice walk in a park. It's my favorite chill out anime of all time.
Okay.
I will send you the OP for it.
It would be so far what I've seen of Freerun.
Understandable. Freerun is pretty goddamn chill.
I don't know if it gets more action-packed. Like, I can't talk about it because I haven't seen it. But from what I've seen of Freerun so far, like, I love how how chill the pacing is and how nice the world is, and they're just kind of doing little side quests and getting to know each other, and I'm like, this is awesome. I like this.
Understandable. For me, I have basically three choices here, and they're all widely different, but they all deal with the same subject. You have Akka 13, Kino's Travels, and Girls Last Tour. All of them deal with
Travels.
Yeah, all of them deal with traveling and seeing the world, or what's left of it at least. Because in Girls Last Tour, it's about two girls who are driving in a old wartime tractor, bipedal, whatever the heck thing, through a world that basically has no humans left, and they're just seeing things and wondering what the hell they are. Kino's Travel, he travels on a motorcycle that can talk to him through different lands and learning about the cultures and weird things that happen. Akka 13 is a inspection department where the dude travels through all of the 13 districts and sees what the hell's happening. And I throw Akka 13 on every now and then just to actually relax with the music and everything else, and it is so beautiful. But we should probably have one last question before we end, because we have been going for about 3 hours and a little bit more.
Fun times.
Yeah, I can tell my legs are killing me.
Now, what would be a good last question? Because I can't ask, like, what anime has, like, the best ending, because Shushi hasn't watched a lot of animes that have ended so far.
Oops.
And there's too many to choose, basically, from our sides. And it has to be a universal question. So, in this case, what anime has the best main protagonist or crew of ragtag protagonists?
Oh, I have to think about that for a moment.
Oh, hang on.
So either the best main cast, his buddies, or just the best character as the main protagonist.
I'm gonna have to double up on an answer here.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to say Saiki K. Because his friends, like Nindo and a couple of others, they're such a ragtag bunch that you wouldn't think get along. And for a lot of the anime, it doesn't seem like they do. But they're all just a group of friends with a super powerful best friend that they don't know has powers. And so they're doing off their own thing while Saiki is having a great time using his powers to kind of like keep them safe and make them happy.
Mm-hmm.
And getting things to work. And it's really nice.
Heck yeah.
And also the fact that, like, I find this really funny. All of the girls keep falling for Saiki, and he's just not having it. He just doesn't care. He's so not interested, and I'm like, yeah, that's relatable.
Fair enough.
Oh god, I think I found my answer.
Go ahead.
We all know Journey to the West, right?
To a point.
Have you ever watched the anime based on it, Sayuki?
Yes. Sayuki Reload Blast is one of my favorites, and I have the actual art book on my shelf.
The crew from that is the best crew ever.
Ah, yes, Mr. Ero Kappa. I think his name was, what was Gojo or something like that. Surprise!
There's a lot of Gojos in anime.
Yes, but Mr. Ero Kappa is my favorite from Sayuki. It's not my pick, but it's a good character since WAC has now brought up a legendary anime series that nobody talks about.
Mm-hmm.
And
how many fucking iterations it had? Jesus Christ. And the first one was 52 episodes.
4 of them, if I remember correctly. And it deals with a monk who doesn't really give a damn at the end of the day. And then it deals with Son Goku, who's a little brat. It deals with Mr. Ero Kappa, who's suffering from relationship trauma, and then the nerd who has the transforming dragon who suffers from losing a loved one and sacrificing stuff.
Yeah,
and
fuck.
The journey is fucking cool. The art is cool. I can actually show the book at some point because holy hell, it's fucking thick. I didn't expect to find it at a game convention, which I was working at that time.
Oh, nice.
Yes. But my pick would be a surprising one called Golden Kamui.
Never watched it, but I'm planning to.
Golden Kamui.
Oh, another one I can think of as well.
Yes.
That has a good gang, and definitely the Persona ones as well, where they all just kind of look out for each other.
Definitely,
I like
until
them
you
a
get to
lot.
Persona 5. Persona 5 is just kind of shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking more of the Persona 3 anime.
Yes,
Where they're all
but
just like looking out for each other and stuff.
Golden Kamui features probably the best, like, in my opinion, like the best crew and character group, purely because of how fucking funny and stupid they are at times. You have the ex-military man himself, Ryoma. I forgot what his full name was. You deal with the Ainu kid, who is constantly making fun of him for eating something that looks like shit, even though it's just, it's curry. It's the curry sauce, whatever the hell, that he carries around. And meanwhile, she eats brains, basically. You deal with the extremely fucking stupid criminal who can dislocate his whole body. And then you have all the other characters that slowly join and do stupid things. It is so funny.
Oh, dear lord. I just remembered another one. I just remembered another anime that needs to be at least mentioned.
Oh?
what was the one with the prison island? With the 4 dumbasses who had to escape from the prison.
Ah, God damn it! I remember that one, but I forgot the name. Nambaka.
Nambaka, yes! Nambaka has to be mentioned because we cannot go great comedy, great character moments, and bullshittery on the top. We cannot go without not mentioning Nambaka at least
I will have to
once.
show the Shuji at some point because there's also a character, by the way, the prison god, the woman with the fucking spiked heels. That is somebody I'm supposed to cosplay at some point.
I can
have-
think of
I
another
thought you were gonna show
animation
it to-
that just
Hold-
has an elite tier group as well. It's
Oh?
animation, not anime, and that's Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. Through and
Berserk.
through.
Also, I thought you were gonna say that to Shushi that you have to show it to Shushi because of the bald guy's sibling.
Oh, I need to watch it now again. We might actually have to do that at some point. Also, Shushi, are you down for repo tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm down for repo.
Fuck yes.
You asked me that yesterday.
Yeah, just making sure that nothing came up because we've been going for a while and you never know if something happens.
As far as I'm aware, we're good.
Hell yeah. Also, Whack, I'm surprised you're here.
I'm sick.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if
fair
you
enough.
could tell my voice.
Slightly, you have some sort of a nasally, like, feel at the back.
Yes. Yes.
Good
Maybe
job.
also- sick. I'm trying
the
to feel
slightly
myself today.
higher pitch of the voice.
Slightly, yes.
Thank you.
I'm good at picking up on tones.
Yeah.
By the way, Shushi, is it okay if I add you back on my list?
Maybe. We'll talk about one stream ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, since we've talking about all these and this was great, I like doing these Yap streams purely
That's so
because
fun.
it's a good hangout thing where we can just go to a random place, either play pool or something. Because this was suggested by another dude who hasn't showed up since. I don't know where the fuck they are anymore. If they just disappeared or if they were a kid or something, I don't care. But they suggested,
Was that Percival?
yeah, Percival, yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
I don't know if they've been online lately or anything else. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they're basically just. I don't know. I hope they're having a great time somewhere. I mean, considering I do
they
these.
Then offered a recommendation and disappeared.
Basically, I have them on friends list
good
so I can
recommendation.
see them. Yeah, it is a good recommendation to do pool and everything else and everything like that. So these Yap streams will continue, even though travel agency will be going on a break
Okay.
starting next week once we finish the episode. We're going to take a break, organize for season 3, and see what the hell we're doing. And honestly, I have another suggestion for that, but we'll talk about that, Shuji, later.
Oh, okay.
And instead of the travel agency on Tuesdays, we will just have something random, or it's going to be a break day. Because I'm not starting game series either. I'm going to put the game series on hold as well, because they are a commitment. They are a massive commitment, and I still haven't finished SMT5. Even though I thought I did, turns out there's more. First I had to fight fucking Tiamat, then fucking Metatron himself. Fuck that guy, by the way, the fucking angel shithead. And I thought it was over. No, fucking Lucifer shows up.
Lucy!
rough, buddy.
Massive Lucifer. Okay, here's the funny thing. So, Tiamat is the primordial god who cannot be killed by anybody except a dragon slayer. There's 3 characters that can kill him: the Nahalbino in their original form, or Siegfried, the actual dragon slayer himself, a demon, but he doesn't show up. And then there's I think Cuckoo Lane also, but none of those. None of those 2 show up. Only Nahalbino's first form. So I beat Tiamat. Oh, then Metatron gets pissy. Rat. Noise. And then after that ends, I thought it was the ending credit scene. No, Lucifer shows up. So Metatron is the same size as I am. Metatron is like this height. Tiamat is the size that goes up there to the cliffside, basically. Lucifer.
I know Tiamat from mythology, so yes.
Lucifer is the size of fucking Tokyo Tower.
No, it would.
Basically, look at Eiffel Tower. That is the size that Lucifer is. He shows up at the end, out of fucking nowhere, and it's like, haha, you think you can create this? Come fight me then. And I'm like, oh!
Yeah.
I had 2 hours. I fought Tiamat for 2 hours. Classic SMT bullshit. And then I realized, hey, why don't I just attack the main head? Why the fuck am I attacking the other heads? So I'm gonna take a break from that. I might do a couple streams on the weekend with Left Alive, because I kind of want to start that. But that's also a fucking commitment and a half. So next week is probably gonna be just random games, along with the last episode of Travel Agency, then the Yap stream, and then for the next probably 2 weeks I'll be doing random games again. But we'll at least have the Yap session.
I am going to take advantage of the 2 weeks, and I'm going to teach you. We're going to play Terraria.
Work for me?
Can.
Hell yeah.
What do we? No, why not play Nier Automata?
I've completed it. I don't like Nier Automata.
Fair enough.
I played through it when I was sick, and I got every single ending of the game in 1 day.
Oh dear lord.
I
You
had
have
a
no
high
life.
fever. I had, so, my normal temperature is about 36.5 Celsius. That's my normal temperature. So whenever I go to 37.2, I feel death. My temperature was 38. I was basically
Oh, boy.
hallucinating while playing that game. In my fucking bed. I went through
Playing
the
Nier
entirety of
Automata while
it.
hallucinating. Wow.
Yes,
That
and I
game is
completed
trippy
it
as fuck.
in every difficulty and every ending, and I got pissed at it because one of the endings deletes all your save files.
Yeah, the main ending.
Yes, but there's
That's the
also a
point of the
secret
game.
ending. Yeah, there's one more ending that comes after that, which is the Emil ending. And I did not get that at that point, so I had to play through the entire shit from start to finish. Again.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the one that deletes all your save files, the people who help you, are other people whose save files got deleted.
Yeah, I know. But still. It annoyed me. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream right here. It was a great time hanging around and everything else, and I'll see you guys
That was fun.
another time. Tomorrow with Repo, actually.